What happens if you lose, Nick?
Who the hell is Aquaman?
I get Fruity Pebbles, Cocoa Pebbles, I get sausage biscuits. Maybe you guys will see a little footage of that later on because we got some good stuff.
Throw up the deuces. There you go, baby.
Hey, good evening, boys and girls. Welcome to Cage Side with Christopher James. I am Christopher James. Can you guys hear me? I don't know. I can't even hear me. All right, there we go. I can hear me now. Anyway, good evening. Welcome to the show. It's our first show of the year. I've got a lot of stuff to go over tonight, a lot of stuff to unpack, and we are getting ready to jump into it right now. Excuse me. Before I do it, though, I just want to tell you guys a couple of things. First of all, it was just announced earlier today that Peter Yan and Aljamain Sterling are going to finally fight in March at UFC 257 or 58. I don't remember the number right now. And that's going to be crazy. It's going to be a good fight. I can't wait. And that card is now super stacked because there's also, who else is on there? Hold on one second, guys. I'm just doing some stuff right here. But anyway, so that fight is stacked. Nunes is on that card. There's another title fight on that card. Is that Jan and Israel, I think? So it's going to be a stacked card. I can't wait. I got to change this. Hang on a second here. I'm sorry, guys. Cage side. Pardon me, guys. I'm a little thrown off today because we've got, besides that great fight news, we've got some horribly disturbing news right now going off concerning a UFC fighter. UFC fighter Irwin Rivera. He made a debut last year in Jacksonville on like 4 days' notice. I think maybe 2 days' notice. Has been arrested and charged with first-degree homicide, premeditated murder. He's being held right now in the main detention center in Palm Beach County. He was arrested by Boynton Beach police today, allegedly for stabbing his sisters. And I guess with homicide, I'm still trying to find out if one of the sisters died. But according to the charge, it seems like somebody's dead because it would have said attempted homicide. So we'll get more to you on that one as soon as we can. But right now, I want to talk to my first guest. He's sitting by. He got caught off guard. He thought it was an hour from now because he's on Central Time and I'm on Eastern Time. But luckily for me, he is still available. We're going to bring him in right now. I've had him on the show before. I love this guy. He's so much fun. He's full of energy. He brings a fight when he steps into the octagon. So, without any further ado, please welcome my man, Mr. Derrick Mitter, to the show. D, what's up, baby?
What's up, my man? How are you?
Oh, same shit, smaller shovel. Crazy that, I don't know if you were listening on the lead-in here, that one of your fellow UFC guys just got arrested for murder, premeditated murder. Crazy, right? A year ago, this kid got his break like you. He got his dream fight on like 1 day notice or 2 day notice. I believe he took on Giga Chikadze in Jacksonville. He replaced Mike Davis. So, yeah, it was Giga. And, then he had another fight after. And the guy almost beat Giga. I mean, he really gave him he didn't almost beat him. He gave him a good fight, though. And now he's in jail for murder of his sisters, which is insane. I know this has nothing to do with you, but since this news just broke, how does that feel to you when you hear about a fellow fighter, somebody that's, close to your weight division and everything, and something went so bad in his life that, he had to resort to killing somebody? It's crazy, right?
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty crazy, man. I think he just picked up a win, didn't he?
I think so. I don't have his record in front of me. I didn't have time to grab it up, but
yeah, it's crazy, man.
Crazy.
Like, and you stab your sisters, man. I don't know what's going on in that family. I mean, me and my brothers, we've came to fisticuffs, but man, I don't think I could. You're gonna kill your family members, man. Like, there's only one thing
allegedly, and let me just say it's allegedly, although he has been charged, but and he's arrested. So obviously he's arrested and charged. There's something to this maybe, but we still need to say allegedly because we don't know all the details yet. It's all just breaking out now, but it breaks my heart, that one of your contemporaries, a compadre, if you will, a co-worker to sorts,
Yeah, you're living the dream, man, and you just go mess it up.
Well, I'm hoping that everybody got this wrong, and that he's not really that guy, because man, that would just suck, dude, because he had everything in front of him, and I would hate to see his whole life just fall apart. Although, I mean, what do you know? I mean, we don't know the situation, we don't know the story.
Yeah.
So
there might be more to it. You never know, man. Like, this world is pretty nuts right now, and you never know any circumstances. I mean, I've had some buddies that have been charged with some pretty crazy, crimes, and they didn't do it, and they get off, 6 months later. Now, it's just you never know. You never know. Hopefully not. But I mean, when you're getting charged with stabbing your family members, I mean, obviously there's probably something more to it that they know, because nobody's going to look at you as a suspect right away, because that's your sister. You know what I mean? So I'm sure there's some more to it.
Well, I disagree. I think they look at the family members first. It always seems that they look at the family member. I watch a lot of Law and Order and Law and Order Criminal Intent.
Maybe true.
I mean, if let's say your wife ended up dead, they're probably going to look at you first.
Yeah,
you're the closest to her.
You are correct.
I know you're not going to kill your wife, of course. So let's just get that out there. Darrick is not going to kill anybody. But that was just a theoretical question, kids. Just so you know. I mean, if my wife died, I would expect them to look at me first. Although I've already got a plan to fucking beat the charges, so I'm good.
Get out.
But seriously, we hope that Irwin and whatever he's going through right now, keep your fingers crossed that one of our, members of our community didn't do this, and maybe they got it all wrong. If they got it right, man, God bless his family. I hope that they can get through this in the best way possible. And I don't even know what that would be. It's like, wow,
it's crazy, man. I couldn't imagine. I couldn't imagine that type of thing going through. I've had death in my family with people that was close to me, but I couldn't imagine dealing with death, from murder for one, let alone somebody that's close to you that you also care about and that you love.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I've dealt with death, my whole life. Different people die, but you get a phone call, your father died, because he was sick, he had cancer. All right, you can deal with that. You get a phone call that your father died because his wife killed him. That's a whole different level of shit right there. So,
for sure.
Whew. All right, so let's get out of this bad aura. They just announced Peter Yan and Jimmy and Aljamain Sterling.
That card is nuts, man.
That card is stacked,
bro.
I want to get on that card. I'm not even a fucking fighter.
Yeah, man, it's crazy. I saw that the whole fight card. You got Amanda and Megan. You got Yan and God damn, who's he fight? Israel, and then you got then you got Peter Yan and
Aljamain Sterling,
and then Drew Dober's on that card.
Yeah,
and he's
Drew Dober. That's
fighting,
your dog.
He's fighting. Who's he fighting?
I don't remember.
But anyways, this is a sad card. Tim Elliott's on that card.
Yeah. Now for me, that card, the main event is Israel and Yan. I don't think Israel should be getting that fight against Yan over Glover Teixeira.
Me too.
Glover deserves that fight. He's on a 5-fight win streak. He's had a career resurgence. Give him the fight, and then you could always book Israel. You know what I'm saying? And give Israel somebody else at middleweight. I'm sick of the champ thing. I'm sick of guys. They win a fight. He wins a title, defends it once or twice. Oh, now I got to go to the other division. Look, spend some time in your division. Defend your title 4 or 5 times, and then move on and do some other shit.
Especially when Glover deserves it, man. The dude's, I mean, look what he's done. He's 40 what, 2 years old. Give the guy his shot, because that's a fight he could win. You know what I mean? That's definitely, I think he can win that fight. So who knows? We'll see what happens. Obviously, that's the fight that they made, and that's going to happen. And then Glover will be next.
Yeah, Megan Anderson and Amanda Nunes. Amanda Nunes is going to wipe the floor with this girl. The only reason she's getting a fight is because she's the only 145er out there. And I think after Amanda beats her, the division folds. There's nobody else at featherweight.
Man, you'd be surprised. Megan works her ass off. Let's get.
Megan's gonna get, dude. She's gonna get her ass kicked.
Teammates, bro.
I know. Listen, I know that, but listen. You know me. You've heard me. You've seen my show. You've seen my show when you're on it. I don't bullshit. I don't sugarcoat. I know
it's a tough fight, man. It's a tough fight, bro. I mean, that's a tough fight for men, but.
And I know for you got a supporter. I get it.
Yeah.
But and I'm not going to ask you to go, hey, now let's be real about it, because I don't want you to do that. That's your teammate, you support, and you should. But the reality is, Amanda is on such another level, and Megan has shown that she's just not there. Not saying she's not a good fighter. She's a good fighter, but Amanda's a great fighter, and good fighters don't really beat great fighters. That's just the reality to me.
I just look at Amanda's fight with Jermaine Durandamine, and I just think that she was exposed in that fight. And James Krause is a fucking mastermind, my man.
You don't got to tell me. I love your coach, dude. I had him on my show recently, or a little while back, and I could sit and talk to James Krause about fights all fucking day. I could also talk to him about financial advice all fucking day, because I know he's got it.
Yeah, for sure, bro.
He's good people.
Yeah, buddy.
I would be honored, and if I was a fighter, I'd be honored and blessed to have him train me and work with me, because, like I said to him on my show, he's recreating a new version of the Militich fighting system. That's how I think of James Krause. And one day, 10 years, 15 years down the road, that's how people, I believe, are going to look at him, because he's going to build some champions out of that school that he's running. And, with guys like you and, Dakota and so many others, he's got the building blocks and the base set up. So you're fortunate to be there, man. I'm happy for you, because you're going to skyrocket.
Yeah, I'm at Krause's right now. I'm staying here for this week. So.
Yeah, I saw a post of yours. It's going to be like the longest camp you've had. So you've got a very interesting opponent coming up, guys. He's by the way, you're watching K-Star with Christopher James, everybody. We're talking with Derrick Mitter. Tonight's show brought to you by Just Heart Apparel and Just Heart Apparel East Coast. My dude, Andrew Sams. Peace, bro. Thank you so much for all you do for us. So Darrick's got a fight against Charles Boston Strong Rosa coming up February 20th. This is going to be stateside, correct? This is going to be in Vegas. This isn't.
Yeah, it says to be determined on my contract, but it's going to be at the Apex, I'm assuming. That's where they're going to throw the fights until everywhere can be full capacity, is what I got out of everything. So we'll see.
So because that's what I was understanding. It's going to be a fight night. It's going to be in Vegas. Speaking of, you just brought up until fans, they're going to let fans in the next 3 shows in Abu Dhabi. I think that's pretty cool. It's going to be limited capacity. Dana didn't want to do it, but the powers that be in Abu Dhabi wanted to have some fans there, and they've gone above and beyond for Dana. So Dana, of course, is going to make the accommodation for them, because without them as his partner for Fight Island, who knows what state the UFC would be in right now. So,
for sure.
Let some of those rich oil, owning guys and whatever come on in, watch some fights, man.
Yeah.
Fuck it. I as a fighter, I'd be happy to fight on that card, whether there's 5,000 fans or 500 fans, just to get a little bit of energy off the crowd. Joanna Jacek said today she doesn't want to come back till the crowd, because she needs that extra energy. I'm going to ask about that too, but I got sidetracked there. Sorry. So you got Rosa coming up. Rosa is a very interesting fight for you, man. I didn't see this one coming when they booked it, to be honest with you. And then I saw it. I was like, and I sat back and I was like, Darrick and Charles. Well, holy fuck, that's a good fucking fight. I got excited about it. It caught me off guard, because I didn't expect it for either of you. I didn't expect that matchup for some reason. I don't know why. I should look at any matchup, but I really like the matchup stylistically for both of you guys. I know Charles a long time. I watched him come up in his amateur career here in Florida. I've had him on my show a few times. He's such a, he's like you. He's a good human being. And because of that, I've always followed his career and supported him, like you. Sure. Once I saw you and I started to chat with you, I was like, I'm always going to support you, if they book you against, John Jones, I'm probably going to pick John Jones to beat you up. No disrespect, but man, real is real. It doesn't mean I don't love. Some guys get offended, they see my fight night picks and they go, how the fuck can you pick against me? I'm like, dude, everybody in the world picked against you, dude. The odds, you're a plus 500 fucking dog. it's the right pick. You know,
I hope I'm a plus 500. Please let me be a plus 500. I'm not going to be, but I hope that I'm a plus 500 because me and all my homies about to make some bread, buddy.
All right, so hold on now. I got my boy Garrett Kerman, the fight analyst. This is what he does for a living. Garrett, I know you're watching because you're commenting. What are the odds opening on this fight if there are any right now? And give me your odds on this fight and type it in here and we'll see. So Garrett here. Oh, look at that. He pops right up. Where's my damn? There it is. Come on, fucker. Oh, I got to get that thing. There we go. Here's his. Garrett says it should be a close pick'em fight, which is what I kind of expected it to be. Garrett, thanks for your expertise, my friend.
Especially after, I mean, the thing is, like, the whole plus 350 or what the hell ever I was against Larry and me was ridiculous, and everybody cashed in. I mean, I'm imagining I'm going to be an underdog opening up, and then people are going to be like, how can you keep this dude as an underdog? Maybe it'll go to pick him. I don't know. It's a tough, it's a good fight. It's going to be a fun fight. I'm excited for it. But like I said, I will always welcome to being on the plus side of things because I like to bet. My friends like to bet, and we all like to make
you
money.
bet on your own fights?
I mean, if I would have seen plus 1,700 odds for a first round submission, I would have put my whole purse on that damn thing.
Wow.
If I would have seen plus 1,700 odds, I would have put some money on that shit. Just because, like, how can you put somebody at a plus 1,700 when he has 21 first round submissions?
You can't.
People are sending me those odds, and I was like, "Are you kidding me?" But it's not going to be that way anymore. Obviously, I showed what's up, and we're going to do that one more time.
If they put you in a fight, let's say with Gilbert Burns, who's a Brazilian World Jiu-Jitsu champion, and they said the odds for a first-round submission for you to secure a first-round submission were plus 700, I would accept that because that's the level that he's on.
Yeah,
but even at plus 1,700, I'd drop a few bucks on that one. I still don't know if you could submit him in round one, but to drop a C note on that to see if you could do it, fuck yeah, of course I would.
I had his brother gurgling a little bit with my guillotine when we fought in the Contender Series. So he's a world champion.
I know. I saw it.
I mean, it is what it is, and I attack. But the thing is, my game is going to be so much more well-rounded, and you're going to see a different side of things, now that I am where I'm at with James Krause. So.
Yeah, what prompted the move to get out there and do this full camp? Because you're away from home now, you're away from the family, and this, like you said, as I alluded to earlier, this is going to be the longest fight camp you said you've ever had in your career. And what have you got, like 35 or 40 fights? That's crazy.
Well, this is between my amateur and pro career, this is number 51.
Jesus Christ!
So I'm only 3 hours away from home. Well, down here at Glory. This is what you got to do, man. I got to sacrifice my home life for winning fights and making a living doing what I love and providing the best family, best financial support I can for my family. And so that's what we're gonna do. And this is my job. And you can't go wrong with being with James Krause for 7 weeks.
Nope, I don't think you can. I think you're going to learn more than what you need. I think you're going to learn some fight stuff, but I think you're going to learn some life stuff, and
for sure.
That's the big benefit right there. Like I said, I'd just like to be a fly on the wall and be sitting up there and listen to how he teaches and how he coaches. I think it's insane. So like I said, I'm really happy for you that you're out there doing this and you're really putting in all this effort now because this is the run.
Yeah, I've been coming down here for 2 days. I've been coming down here a couple times a week since my fight. So this is just transitioning to me being here 5 to 6 days a week. So, yeah, man. Yeah, dude, James Krause, whether it's just watching the dude, I'm staying at his house for the week. And so just watching how he works and watching the dude don't stop, man. And that's why he is in the position he's in. And it's motivating for young guys like me that see that,
Yeah, 51 fights, bro. That's a lot of action inside a cage, bro.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's you think about it, and I feel every one, so it's okay.
Well, no, it's not okay if you feel every one at this point, man. You don't want to feel them all. You maybe feel a couple of them.
I'm just saying my body feels them, feels all the training camps in the 12 years I've been doing this. So.
Yeah, when you look back at it, isn't it crazy that it's been, 12 years and it kind of seems like it's a blink of an eye, right?
I don't want to think about it, man. Somebody was like, "How old are you?" I'm like 30, and I'm like, "Fuck, don't ask me that, man."
Why?
Just because it's you're getting old, man.
Dude, fuck off, dude. I'm going to be 52 in like fucking 15 days, man. I don't want to hear your shit. You did it. You elicited the response. I mean, I got the grays going on. Listen to me, man. When I was your age, I thought about that too. I was like, you know what? I don't want to get older. I'm getting old. And now I realize back then that I should have relished getting old. Because I've really turned into the man I always wanted to be. I'm almost there. It's a learning process, and you grow a little bit every day, and hopefully tomorrow I'll be better than I was today. And that's why I live life. So don't be upset about getting older. Take it in.
I mean, I wouldn't necessarily say I'm upset.
Wait, hold on one second there. Right. Your mom says, I feel everyone too. Every one of those fight camps and fights you go through. And Bobo O'Bannon from BKFC, kiss my ass with that old fart comment, bro. I'm going to whoop your ass.
That's funny.
Oh, man. So, so relish it, dude. Enjoy this time now, because this is where you're going to really come into to the best parts of your life are going to start now.
And that's what I, like I said in my last post after my last fight, it's like, I just now started realizing what enjoying the process means as a fighter, and enjoying all the moments that I'm allowed to do this. Because before, I never really soaked it up. But I think that just being where I'm at now and all the years it took, like, the goal was to get here, but now I'm realizing, like, to soak in every moment, whether it's, Bruce Buffer saying your name on the mic, or, getting your hand raised, or just, the simple stuff means a lot,
Yeah.
It does.
And just soak it all in, and not just in the fight game, dude, in life as well.
Oh, for sure.
You're 30 years old, you got your daughter.
Man, she's 8 months now, and maybe almost 9 months. And Jordan's like, yeah, she's crawling all over. And when I left home 5 days ago, she wasn't zooming everywhere. She was going slow, but now apparently she just picked it up, and now she's running like crawling everywhere really fast. So
but think about it, dude. When you were a little guy, I know you probably don't remember when you started to crawl, because you probably did the exact same thing. But just remember back in life, when you were doing something, when you learned how to throw a football, right? All of a sudden, boom! Now you're chucking that motherfucker.
Yeah,
when you learned how to, run at school and do it, play, you just start picking up and you just run with it because you're so excited. Yeah. So that's good stuff, man. That's congratulations, on that, man. Because being a dad, that's the hardest job you've got. Fuck fighting, fuck training.
Oh man, I got
being a dad.
I got 2 girls at home. I got my stepdaughter who's 5, and then my 8-month-old. So this is it's definitely way harder to be at home than being here, getting beat up. That's for sure.
But luckily, and it sucks being away from home. But luckily, with technology, you got FaceTime, so you can see your kids every day, and you see the wife every day.
Conveniently enough, it's 3 hours away. I'm gonna go home tomorrow after practice.
Okay, cool.
And be there with them for the weekend. So, yeah, this is the best possible place I can be.
Yep. And by the way, before I forget, everybody, shout out to Mike Perry and his girlfriend Latoya Gonzalez. They gave birth to a baby today, 6 pounds 6 ounces. Ocean Michael Perry was born today. There was a little complication. Mike posted about it. Said at first the baby didn't want to start breathing, but then they gave him a jump start. And I don't mean like the paddles. I think he just was mean that they just they give him a little rub and a little slap in the ass, and he wakes up, he breathes.
Yeah.
So congratulations on a healthy, happy delivery, and we wish you guys the best. I love, when your baby was born.
Yeah.
Do you remember where you were? Do you remember what we were doing?
Yeah, we sung Happy Birthday on your show, my man.
That's right. For you guys that didn't see it, the first time I had Darrick on the show, it was actually the day his daughter was born, and he did the show from the hospital. He had her in the hand. He's saying happy birthday to her. One of my favorite moments on my show all the time. I get a little misty because I just went and saw my grandson. I miss him terribly. So, so I start thinking about all this stuff. I'm such a wuss. But so real quick, game plan for Charles Rosa.
My game plan is,
and without giving away any secrets, of course, I'm just a generalization of a game plan. What do you got to do to beat a guy like Charles Rosa?
to do whatever it takes to win. I think, man, I don't know. I just feel like I'm better. I feel like, he's got good jiu-jitsu, so I just got to be smart in there. If I be smart and I fight to the way I'm capable of, I don't believe that I will walk out of there without a win.
Yeah.
So, and that it's going to be fun. It's going to be a fun fight, man. Stylistically, he's a good jiu-jitsu guy, But the good thing is no one's seen my stand-up in fights yet, still to this day after 50 fights. And I can't wait till somebody makes me show it off. And so we're going to see what happens. And, it's going to be a scrap, man. I'm excited.
Yeah,
I'm excited.
absolutely.
And this is a fight, this is the fight that it came up once before and it didn't happen. And then I watched him fight and I was like, man, that would be a fun fight. And I was like, I want that fight. And then they sent it to us a couple weeks ago when we were down in Florida at Bare Knuckle with Dakota. And we took it right away.
Yeah, and that's cool. You know what I love to, and that's awesome. Congratulations on getting the fight. I'm excited for it. I will not be making a prediction on this fight, because I know you, and that moment you shared with me in the hospital with the baby and everything made me feel so in here. And I got that same kind of feeling for Charles. So I'm not picking against either one of you. I'm not picking for either one of you. My only hope for this fight is that both of you walk out of the octagon under your own power. And that's all I care about.
We both get 50 G's. Let's go.
Yeah,
we'll
that
get
50.
a fight tonight. Let's go.
He's good at getting that 50 G's. So you got a good dance partner there. Now, speaking of bare knuckle, dude, it's perfect because you brought up Dakota. You right into the bare knuckle segue into my next guest. You've been.
I met Thomas out down there, man. He's a cool ass dude.
So that's what I was gonna say. You've met him, so I'm gonna bring him on right now with you still on. We're gonna welcome our next guest into the show. He is the hero. He is Quentin Thomas Henry. My man Derrick Mitter said he got to meet you down there in at Dakota's last fight. He's got a fight coming up in February. You got a fight coming up in February.
Right.
Crazy shit, Darrick. So, what would you say to your man right here, Mr. Hero Henry here, ahead of his fight against Chris Lieben?
Well, I game planned for Dakota to beat Chris Lieben, and so Dakota was awfully tired in that fight. And you hit your angles, you win that fight. That's all there's to it. And you already know that, I'm sure. You hit that angle. Don't let the motherfucker keep coming forward. He's huge. You don't want him coming forward. So.
Yeah.
Good luck, my man. Good luck, my man.
Dakota had a good fight against him. He had a really good
did.
Fight. I watched a good bit of that.
Yeah. He was super tired. He was so tired. He came in between the third and the fourth, and he was like, man, what round is it? And I was like, we're going into the fourth. And he was like, shit. And it's like spit out blood. And he was like, damn it.
Nice. That's when you know you're a good one.
Yeah, well, listen, Darrick, thank you so much for taking the time tonight, man. God bless you and your family, man. I hope your holiday season was well. Guys, that's Derrick Mitter. He's going to be taking on Charles Rosa
brother.
February 20th, 2021.
See you, man.
Right
Good luck,
inside
man.
the octagon. It'll be at the Apex. Darrick, we'll see you soon, man. Again, God bless, man. Good luck, and we'll see you soon.
Thanks, brother.
All right, man. That was Derrick Mitter, and we just jumped right in, dude. It was perfect. He segued right into my bare knuckle segment. I might have to make him my co-host on a regular level. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to welcome him in officially. He is the hero, Quentin Thomas Henry. How are you, brother?
I'm doing good, man. Just run in from training. Just got my second session done today.
You look like you just came in from training, man.
I literally just run in the door. My wife had my phone and stuff set up, ready to go.
So, before we go into this fight and your past fights, give everybody a little insight. Since it's your first time on my show, some of my viewers don't know who you are. It happens. I don't know how they don't know you, but some of them don't. Just give me a little insight on your. Give everybody a little insight on your fighting career, like where it started and how you ended up here doing bare knuckle, if you don't mind.
Well, I spent. My dad grew up with my dad training and fighting. He grew and he fought his whole life and. He did martial arts and stuff growing up, taekwondo, jiu-jitsu, boxing and stuff. When I was a kid, he did that. He wasn't privileged enough to do that growing up. He fought to survive. where he grew up type of deal. So I mean that was just something we kind of did as a family. My mom took taekwondo, my brother, my dad. It's just what we did. So I played every other sport too, and baseball, soccer, basketball. I played the violin. But in between seasons of everything else, we didn't get downtime. It was okay. Well, soccer's over. It was time to go back to training. One way or another, we kept busy, and I don't know if it was more like my mom just knew better that I just didn't need to have time to myself or what. But, it just it's just what I always did. I always did taekwondo. I grew up training, fighting, and my dad was always real big into it. So, we got to be his test dummies, growing up, he's come here, let me show you this, what we worked on, and me and my brother be out in the yard boxing each other. My older brother. So that's how I ended up being so quick. He was bigger than me. I had to get out of the way. We
damn older brothers.
Right. So I got lucky. My older brother deserved to beat the crap out of me a whole lot more than he did. I can tell you that.
I was the older brother. I did all the ass kicking in my house, man. Fucking
yeah. Luckily, my brother spared me a good bit of ass whoopings. So at the time when he could have taken me easily, he took mercy on me. So. I probably wouldn't have been fighting now had he just put me in my place back then.
So before you continue, excuse me, you said you did all the other sports growing up: soccer, football, baseball, basketball. Out of all those sports, which one did you enjoy the most? Football because of the contact, baseball because of the technique involved, soccer because you got to run around and just kick shit. I mean, which one of those before you ever thought about this? Which one of those sports was the one you took a liking to the most?
Probably basketball. Yeah, that was probably my best sport.
Could you dunk?
Yeah. I was funny real story. I'm only like 6'1", and I got to where I could dunk the first time when I was in 10th grade. But I used to do nothing but play basketball. I mean, I was still training and stuff, but I played like in the whole year. I was playing football and everything. All I did was play basketball. But I used to be like 170 pounds, just nothing but just all killer, no filler. I was a string bean type of deal, no fat on me. But that's all I did was run and play basketball. And I hit my growth spurt about junior year, and I put on about 15 pounds and went back to play football. And I don't know what Monroe High School is, but our strength conditioning program is like second to none in the nation. So I mean, I started training there, started lifting weights, and then my natural, I guess, growth spurt started taking over from there. But last time I played basketball, I could still dunk. It's been about a year or so, but. Right
That's
before
awesome.
the corona hit, I had some guys from high school, and they were like doing a pickup game, and we were about to start scheduling where we had like a weekly pickup game, and then that got canceled. But yeah, basketball is probably my favorite sport.
That's awesome, man. I like basketball, but I'm like a 5'8", half a Jewish kid from fucking New York,
Right,
man.
yeah.
I can't ball, like I can't dunk. I can play basketball.
Right.
My forte was defense because I would just get on your back, fucking. I'm playing like Dennis Rodman rules from like the
Right.
early 90s. You're not getting by me, and if you are, you're gonna foul me, and I'm gonna take the ball from. But I got no real handles. Fucking, I can't dunk. I know I shoot threes at like 20%.
It was just something I liked about it. I think a lot of what I just learned from playing all sports really, but my footwork and stuff from basketball, I think. That helps transition over into fighting, and same way, growing up doing martial arts transition to having me, getting better footwork in sports and stuff. But yeah, I think just it's the quick decision making and things like that you have to do in basketball that really fighting that were kind of was my thing. I loved baseball, but it was too slow.
I loved baseball. That was my sport. Me too.
All-Stars growing up and stuff, and man, I had an unassisted triple play in the T-ball World Series when I was a kid.
That is outstanding.
Oh, yeah. So, I was good at baseball too. I like baseball. Right, yeah. I had some bad coaches in junior high, and I kind of had I won't say that I had a bad attitude, but I had an attitude that didn't mesh with theirs. Like I'm a winner, and And people don't get that, like I'll get mad and I'll get upset, but when I get mad and upset, it's because I want to win and I want everybody to win. It's not because, whatever type of deal. But yeah, you run into some egos. That's just how baseball is in the South.
But that's any sport. I mean, look at Michael Jordan and Peyton Manning and Dan Marino and Tom Brady. These guys would get in the face of their teammates. What the fuck are you doing, man?
Right.
Because they're winners. Proven winners, want to win, and they don't care. It's not personal when they're yelling at you. It's not personal when you were talking shit to your teammates and getting on their ass. It's because the greater goal is to win, and you want to win. You want to take your teammates with you. I admire that character in a person. So, I had guys like that. I kind of was like that. I didn't go over the top, but, when we were losing a ball game, I'd yell at them like, come on, guys, let's get your shit together. And it's just natural. So anybody who didn't like that about you back then, I'm going to do this for you. Fuck off. Right, all right, there we go. So,
that was kind of one of the things that pushed me to fighting, because I had a whole lot of that daddy ball stuff. There were kids that were younger than me and not as good as me, but they got the position they wanted, and I just got the position that was left over because my dad wasn't the coach or my mom wasn't coaching, And I
hated that bullshit
and did good. Yeah, I kind of got ruined on a lot of that. So it kind of just made me not care anymore. But I had similar instances. I come from a small town, and who you are, and who you're related to, and a lot of that has a lot to do with it. And at least I thought it did when I was a kid, so it bothered me. Now I'm paving my own way, so it obviously doesn't matter too much. But when I go fight, that's what I've always told people. It doesn't matter where you're from, whose gym you train for, who your mama is, who your daddy is, who you know for Thanksgiving last year. When that door closes, bro, it's just me and you, and there ain't no excuses. There ain't nobody gonna help you out or give you a hand. This ass whooping is coming 100% certified, and you gotta have to sign for it. That's the deal. And I think that's what everybody loves about fighting, to be honest with you. But as a competitor, that's what I like about it. I don't have to. At the end of the day, if I lose, it's my fault. If I win, it's my fault. And I can live with that.
So why bare knuckle? What brought you the love of bare knuckle? Because it's the fastest growing combat sport on the planet right now, and there's a lot of guys that say they want to do it. There's some that have tried that realize they shouldn't be there. But doing bare knuckle to me, it isn't for everybody. And until you bare knuckle, you don't know what you're doing. You don't know what you're getting into. And I've said that, and every fighter I've spoken to echoes that sentiment because that's the truth. So what made Quentin go, let me take some gloves off and just fight? Because again, it's a crazy undertaking when to a lot of people because you can fight with gloves on. There's no reason for this. I understand it. I get it because I love the purest form of combat I can find, and that's what David Feldman's Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship has brought to us in the forefront today, and I'm so grateful that they did. But for a guy like you, and I ask most of the fighters questions, everybody's got a really interesting answer. So sorry for the standard question, but what made you decide this is where I need to be? This is what I want to do.
I've always been a fist fighter. That's just, what I was good at. That's always like, even in my MMA fights, it was, I had a lot of submission wins if you look at my record, but most of those submissions came because I busted that ass when they went on the ground. And then at that point, it was like they gave me a submission or I got a choke, but just throwing hands is just what I've always done. I've always loved that. I started to go into professional boxing when I got done with MMA, and I didn't like it. It's a different sport. I was talking to my coach about that today. You look at boxing and you look at MMA and you look at bare knuckle boxing. The mentality of when you're a boxer, when you're going in there to fight, you're thinking, I'm going to get hit 50 to 60 times. You just know that. You're going to get hit. If you're an MMA fighter, you don't plan on getting hit that many times. The damage that's caused by a right hand and a glove it's too much to take that many shots in a fight without having some significant injuries, afterwards. Like Brian Ortega, hey, bro, let me tell you, that dude ain't the same. He ain't ever going to be the same. He got hit way too many times. And that's kind of the damage that you know, people always talk about bare knuckle being so vicious and you know that type of deal, but you know, in the long term effects of what you're looking at, what it's doing to your body, you know, I'll take some stitches every day over brain damage. You know, but then
Absolutely, and it's been
when you
proven.
combine the two, you combine
And it's
two
been
that you
proven.
have.
It's been proven, you know, there's been studies done already on bare knuckle fighting versus boxing and versus MMA as far as,
Right.
you know, the severity of injuries just, you know, that are sustained in these fights and the damage they cause. The majority of injuries in bare knuckle are cuts. That's it.
Right.
It's not even broken hands. I mean, there's been a few broken hands and some broken knuckles. You know, and some people have had their
Not
faces
any
where they
more than
did
you
get a
have
broken
in MMA
orbital.
or boxing.
But yeah, nowhere near the amount.
Right.
And the fact that, like you said, you know, I'd rather have some cuts, you know, scars, you know, get the girls, man. Screw it, give me a cut, you know. And so,
Well,
but you're not sustaining the damage because the cuts happen. They stop the fight because you can't see, or the cut happened and you got hit, rocked so hard you couldn't continue. So instead of having to eat another 30 punches to be finished, you got to finish with, you know, 4. You know,
right.
not
And
just
that's
not you.
kind of
I'm just
the-
saying
when
in
you're-
general.
Right. When you're an MMA
Yeah.
fighter, you look at, okay, it only takes 5, you know, one really good punch, same way in boxing, but
Yep.
you're not going to take 5 good punches in MMA and not, you know, have some damage. But in boxing, you might take a couple here and there, so you
Yeah.
can expect to get hit. So in the MMA mentality, it's like, I can't take any shot. And in boxing, it's I'm going to take a couple and I'll be fine because I can give some back. And in bare knuckle, you've got a combination of that. So now it's I can't get hit. And also, the other guy's not going to be able to hit me that many times. You know what I mean? Like, I can hit him back. And that was one of the things I didn't like about boxing was that it took too many punches. You know what I mean? You've got the hand wraps on you. And I say that I knocked the dude out. I fought in like a minute and 20 seconds or something. But you just see these guys at such a high level, they get so used to getting hit in the head over and over and over again. And that wasn't something that interested me. You know, and my style is more to not get hit and hit you at the same time. And in bare knuckle, that's perfect. You know, and I don't have to hit you 100 times in bare knuckle. I hit you once.
Yeah, sometimes twice, but you know, I mean, if you know what you're doing, you land that punch, and you know you pack big power.
Let me tell you, if it's me, I just got to hit you once. It's just once. That's all it takes. Left hand or right hand. If it lands in the right spot, that's all it takes. No problem.
No, I get it, dude. You know, and I love that. You know, you said no. If it's me, it's one, and
Right,
you know,
it's one.
I dig that. I dig that. You know who you are, man. So you've got. I believe you're 2-0 now at BKFC.
Right.
My hand got a little stuck there. 2-0. And you've got a big name fight coming up against a UFC legend, you know, an MMA legend, a guy that everybody respects, Chris the Crippler Lieben. You know, he's a little bit older. You know, he's not the same fighter he was back in the day, of course. But he's still a dangerous guy. When that fight was offered to you, because my understanding was they talked to him about a fight, and he picked you as the guy he wanted to fight. Which to me, if I'm you, I'm like, I feel honored. But if it were me, I'd be, well, that's an honor because the guy picked me. This is supposed to be his retirement fight. He wants to go out and have a big fight. So I'm glad he picked me. That's cool. I respect that. But on the other side of that coin, I'd be like, did he pick me because he thinks he can fucking kick my ass or something? And then I'd feel a little disrespected. So what's your mentality on that? What's your take on that? Because that was mine. I'd be like, all right, it's cool he picked me, because he's a big name. And, you get to dance with anybody with a big name. I mean, it puts eyes on you. So that's the gift of it, I guess. But the other side of it is like, well, did he just tell me he's going to kick fuck that shit,
Yeah, I think he wouldn't tell you this, but I think he picked me because he doesn't think he can beat me. He wants to prove to himself that he can. Knowing the way
so he'll stop fighting.
Well, I mean, it's his retirement fight, this and that, and he says that, but knowing.
No, that's an interesting point. I never thought of that dynamic where
if something pops up and they go, "Hey, man, we're going to give you this much money, come kick this dude's ass," Chris Lieben's going to be like, well, "Where are we going? Who's probably taking?" You know what I mean? Like, that dude loves to fight.
Yeah.
So, but at the same time, I think he's the type of guy that he doesn't want to fight somebody he's not scared of. It doesn't get him worked up. It doesn't get him going. And I don't care who you are. You're not going to get in there and not be scared of me. And I feel like it's more of an honor because of that. I mean, I don't know if that's what he'll say, but that's how I feel like it went down. I feel like, if he can take me out on his last fight, then that would be the cherry on top of the Sunday for him, And
Sure.
but hey, bro, we ain't serving no ice cream up in this bitch. I can tell you that.
So, when you got the call, were you excited? I mean, we were like, "Fuck yeah, it's Chris leaving."
I was super excited. I was kind of like taken off, taken back by the whole deal because it's Chris leaving, and I didn't expect them to want me to fight February 5th. That was kind of a bigger surprise than anything, because it's such a big card. I didn't expect it to be part of it. I figured they'd use me later on down the road or something on a card. And I thought when they told me I was fighting Chris, I was like, oh, okay. I instantly thought, okay, they're probably going to shoot this for like April, something like that after the March card, type of deal. And then they're like, no,
right.
February 5th. I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, hey, that's like 4 weeks away. Okay. Well, good thing to quit training.
Super Bowl week, bro. Super Bowl week.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's still kind of surreal, I mean, I feel like I'm very fortunate in the situation because I know how the sport is. There's a lot of guys out there who do deserve, this spot or this chance, and not everybody gets that chance. I've been the guy multiple times that got passed up for things like this. So, that's more the way I'm looking at it than anything. I'm like, I'm in there training, I'm in my own zone, and then when I'm outside of it, I'm more like a fan than anything. I'm just keeping up with it, like fanboying over it. So like that, I'm taking it personal. It's like an out of body thing. Like if they're talking about the hero, like it's not even me type of deal. So, it's all good fun.
Yeah, and I'm sitting there thinking to myself, it's probably somebody that coming up in your MMA career, you had a decent MMA career, 12-6. I mean, that's nothing to sneeze at, so that's good shit. But coming up, you probably looked like a guy like Chris Lieben because, like you said, he likes to fight. You probably go, I like that fucking guy. He's a cool dude. And now, you're fighting him, and do you think about, will you fanboy him, or is it just there's another fucking dude I got to beat up? And I ask that not to be disrespectful, but like I know guys that I've spoken to that have fought Anderson Silva, later in his career, and I've asked them, and they go, yeah, I got caught up a little bit. It's Anderson fucking Silva, So I understand the mentality behind it. It's probably natural. Do you see you falling into a little bit of that? Maybe at the weigh-in or something, or because I know once the fight starts, you walk in the ring. I feel bad, for people that have to stand across from you because you are going in there to conduct business.
Right.
And business is booming for you right now.
Yeah, I mean, when I'm there for the fights, or I'm there, for weigh-ins or stuff, I call it hero mode. So
okay.
I'm in a whole different mentality when I'm there. I've got no worries about respecting him too much. There's a difference in being worried about fighting Anderson Silva and John Jones, because ain't nobody else figured them out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, it don't matter what you think when you go in and fight with those guys. You don't know what they're about to happen. Because they could change their whole style in a split second, or they could change 1/4 of their style, and it's a brand new style to you. Chris Lieben's one of those guys that he's fought the exact same way since he first started fighting. I respect him for it because he's a solid ass dude, and what he comes out with, he's there to fight. And a lot of times that's all you got to have. You just got to be better than the other guy. And some of a bitch is mean, but I'm mean and I'm good. So there's a difference, So, I'm prepared. I'm ready. I'm confident in it. I feel like, just my training has been on point the past 6-7 months. It's gotten better here lately, with a little bit more exposure. I've gotten a couple sponsors and stuff. So now,
nice.
So now I'm, getting a little more therapy done. I've got a little more time to, focus on training. So, it's turning around. So, it's, I finally have been telling people forever, I've always worked 2 or 3 jobs and I was a full-time firefighter. And, I got 3 kids and I got gyms and stuff like that. If I ever got a chance to train full time, y'all gonna be in trouble. And, times started changing. I can tell you.
You know, I look at you, dude, you know, especially when your hair is all out and you're in that hero mode, you know, and this is what I picture. I picture you like walking through the woods, big old grizzly bear comes walking up on your ass, like, you just grab him by the throat, punch him, and you just keep walking. Like, there's something about you that I just, I feel like you're a mountain man and you're just, you know, that's it. There's,
I would holler back at it.
You put them out.
I would definitely holler back at it.
Oh, man.
I mean, I grew up running around playing in the woods. You know, I do have some businesses. You know, I had straight A's in school growing up, but it's just I'm from the South, man. It's just a different way of life we got.
Yep.
You know, I feel like I almost feel like I was born in the wrong time. You know, like I'm too masculine for what's going on around here. But you know, it's really not too uncommon for where I'm from, I guess you would say. But yeah, I'm pretty laid back, man. I got chickens, I got some ducks out there. I go hunting. I just went and picked up some deer meat right before training tonight. You know, so
love deer meat. Oh, that's awesome, man. So you got chickens, you got ducks. Yeah, you got gyms, you got a whole lot of stuff going on. Firefighting, which I didn't know. That's cool.
Yeah, I was a firefighter for 9 years. I left last January. So
yeah,
it's coming right up on a year since I left.
Why'd you leave the firefighting? Just done with it?
Well, I had my 2 gyms, and then I did 9 years there. I was about to make captain, but I just think it had kind of run its course in my life, and then it's just time to move on. You know, there's a lot of people that do that job, and you know, some people it doesn't change you, and some people it's like I forget the exact term. It's like, you know, you either adapt and become a different person, or it kind of eats you alive, the things that you do. And you know, it wasn't like eating me alive, but I was becoming a different person. And you know, there were things that I was seeing, and it didn't bother me, and that bothered me more than it bothered me.
Yeah,
type of deal. So you know, that kind of happened, and you know, being able to be home with my kids and my wife every night,
that's a blessing.
That made a big deal. So you know, I made that transition. Opened up a nutrition shop back in January. Then I opened up a second one this summer. So
awesome.
You know, so I just went on the entrepreneur business route to try and finally take a real swing at this fighting thing.
Well, you know, when I was a kid, I thought I wanted to be a paramedic / EMT, so I started going to school for it.
Right.
Went out on my first ambulance, my first clinical. He's fucking out on the ambulance. First call of the day. Like, I'm at the firehouse. They call. We jump in the ambulance with the paramedics and the EMTs and the crew. Follow the fire truck out. It's a car wreck on I-95. Car's on fire. We get there. Car's on fire, and they're trying to pull people out, and they pulled a dead baby out. I started vomiting. I said, "This is not for me. It's just, it's not for everybody, you know." So, you know, the fact that you did it for as long as you did, and you probably saved tons of lives along the time, you know. So, bless you for that, because it's a tough job. Everybody can't do it, and like I said, that was the path I thought I wanted to go down. I realized, yep, Chris can't watch this. So, you know,
yeah, that's where I have a lot of people talk about that. You know, they want to be a nurse or a firefighter or something like that. I'm like, well, you know, it just takes a certain kind of person. And they're like,
it does.
I'm like, you'll know when you see it. You know, you'll figure it out.
Yeah.
I love the job. I love to get to help people. And yeah, I did. There's no telling how many people I got to help or save, you know, throughout.
That's awesome.
9 years of doing it. So, you know, yeah, it's not like I'm, you know, done with it, you know, regret any of it. You know, I loved it. Like I said, I just think it was just time for me to move on and, you know, pursue other things.
Well, you know, you got gyms. You got nutrition shops.
Right.
Maybe one of your special brand shakes at your nutrition shop will become such a popular thing. Maybe we'll see you on Shark Tank one day. You know, maybe you beat, you know, after this fight with Lieben, you beat Lieben. Yeah. Maybe you get another big name. You become a world champion. And maybe then you go to Shark Tank as a bare knuckle fighting championship champion, and you tell them, you're going to invest in my shop.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, see, I've actually came up with my old fashioned mix. I gave all my sample bottles away, but it's Heroes Old Fashioned. So it's a pre-batched old fashioned mix that you get in. You add your bourbon to and all that. So
I like it.
Kind of getting into that business now. Hopefully that'll take off.
Well, awesome, man. Well, listen, I want to say thank you for taking the time tonight, man. First time I've met you like this, so I'll see you in Tampa because I live down here, so I'll be there at the weigh-ins.
Awesome.
But it's Super Bowl week, so I won't be at the fight because I work at a club as a DJ, and nobody's allowed to take off during Super Bowl week. So,
I understand.
But thank you again for taking the time, man. I really dug chatting with you, dude. Like I said, I know if I'm out in the woods and you're anywhere nearby and I'm in danger, I'm just going to go, Quentin, come save my ass, dude. Hero. Maybe we'll get you like a Batman, like, boo, and you'll see it go, but you just pop in, man. That'd be awesome. Before you go, streamers, I love it. Hey, listen, before you go, do you want to shout out any sponsors or any teammates or your management people or anything like that?
Man, Goat Combat and my management company, my wife, my family, mom, dad, Bruce, all my friends, Casey, Josh, Traxler Chiropractic, Premier Chiropractic. I know I had some other ones today. Michael Floyd, him and his shop sponsor me. I've got a list of them that I put out. So yesterday and today, we just started kind of hitting the sponsor thing, and it's like the first time I've ever had people answer me. So I kind of didn't plan on what to do after that as far as organizing them and stuff. But yeah, man. So, I'm sure I'm forgetting somebody, but I'll try and tag them in videos and pass them around. It's the training and all that's going great. It's all this other stuff on the outside that you're just like, shit, man, I don't know. Like,
all that organizing sponsorship, tell Scott Farley and Vince Anderson from your management company, handle this shit. That's what they're supposed to do, man.
Well, the issue was people were contacting me to do stuff, and I was just like, yeah. And then I talked to Vince. He's like, hey, tell them to stop and talk to me. Like,
hey, look, Vince just popped up. He posted a comment. He goes, PRP Speed Shop.
Yeah, that's what I'm like. So now I got them going through Vince, Scott, and them. So they're, like I accidentally somehow double booked a podcast like the same time I was supposed to do this one. Like we got it changed and fixed or whatever. But
that's awesome.
I get paid to fight, man. I ain't doing all this other stuff.
Hey, well, dude, this is easy, dude. It's just two people chatting, so that's why I like doing this, because I don't ever want to make a fighter feel uncomfortable. Just talk, be yourself, whatever. That's all. That's all I ask,
And talking, it's about remembering when I got to be there and when they start and all that. That's more of the issue. I can't keep up with my own key.
Yeah, man, that's fucking hysterical. Well, listen, brother, God bless you and your family, man. Hope you guys had a good holiday season. Congratulations on getting a fight against a big name, dude, because this could do wonders for your career. So, I know you're going to go out there and conduct business the way you conduct business. So, with that being said, good luck, and we'll see you in Tampa February 5th at BKFC 16 Knuckle Mania. That's right, man.
What? It just makes me feel so macho man Randy Savage when they say Knuckle Mania. Macho man.
There you go. Maybe that should be your walkout outfit. Get the hat, dude. Do a tribute to him when you walk out. Wear the fucking Macho Man hat and the glasses, dude. There you go.
I already got the glasses, bro. I already wear
there you go.
Already. Yeah.
All right, man. Well, listen, you be well. God bless you and your family, and we'll talk again soon, man. I'll see you in Tampa.
Yes, sir. You too.
All right. Thanks, brother. All right, boys and girls. That was Quentin the Hero Henry is going to be fighting Chris Lieben on February 5th on the BKFC 16 card. It's called Knuckle Mania 1. And you can watch it on the BKTV app. Download it at www.bktvapp.com. Use the promotion code Christopher Roth. That's me. And thanks. Got my next guest. I've been trying to get this guy on. We're going to move to the octagon. We're going from that to that to that, and now we're back. We're going to bring him in right now. I tried to get him on a few weeks ago, and I let him out of his agreement to get on the show because he was out buying a car. You can't do it. You can't go buy a car and then do an interview. You got to go out and buy a car and then go drive the fucking car. So I was like, I lost him to the new car. That's all right, man. We make it work. But I'm happy to have him on finally. Somebody I want to chat with. He is 2-0 in the octagon. He's 13-1 overall. And this kid wants all the smoke, man. He wants anybody and everybody. He's not scared. He's not worried. He likes to go out there and fight. He's smiling in the green room right now as I'm saying this because he's like, this motherfucker's talking the truth. Of course I am, man. I watch, I see, I know, I do a little investigation. So we're going to bring him on right now. And by the way, he's official on Instagram. He's got the check mark. I saw that the other day. We got to get him a check mark on Facebook now to make it real life, because if you're not Facebook certified, who are you? I'm not Facebook certified. Who the fuck am I? But here he is right now, man. The Mayhem himself, Mr. Nate Maness. Welcome to the show, brother.
Hey, man. Thanks for having me on.
Oh, thanks for being here, bro. Fucking. So I think I nailed it right on the head. You know, you had to go out and drive the car. You know, I mean, you bought a new car, you know, and you know, it's a little perk. You treated yourself. You know, you go out there, get a couple of UFC wins. All right, I got to get a new fucking whip. I saw what you bought. I'm not going to tell anybody if they don't know you or they see you on whatever, but I like that you were smart about your purchase. I'll put it that way. You bought a nice whip, but you didn't like go shoot the wild like, you know, you're making $50 million. You needed a new whip. You know, you want a new whip, so you get a new whip. But you were sensible about it, and I really respect that, because it's easy to get caught up. I know you're not $1 million man there yet, but it's still easy to get caught up by fighting the UFC. Money's gonna be good. I'm gonna get, so let me go fucking crazy. It showed me that you got a good head on your shoulders, and you got good people around you to make sure you keep that balance and you know, be smart about how you do your money. So that's more important than, you know, the winning to me. It's doing your money right. You know, you win, you lose, whatever, fuck it. But if you fucking fuck up your money, life's fucked. You know, then you did all this fight and you took damage for your whole life for nothing. So, you know, so first of all, how cool was it when you got the call that you were in the UFC?
Oh, man, it's even hard to describe. You know, I was roofing a lot, doing a lot of 14, 15-hour days. And I actually got the call from Pat on my lunch break. So, you know, as you can imagine, it made that day go by a lot better.
When you got off the phone where you're like, I'm in the UFC. Fuck this foreman. Fuck him. I'm getting the fuck out of here. I'm done with this shit. Fuck you. Fuck you. You're cool. Fuck you, you know?
That's definitely what I wanted to do. I told the guys, man, I'll see y'all tomorrow, you know, for sure. I haven't been back since. So it's just one of those things. I'm out.
Wow. So that's awesome, dude. That's so funny, dude, because I can only imagine, like, you know, like if I won the lottery right now, like if I checked the ticket and I hit one of those big, you know, 400, you know, I'm calling out tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? I got enough money in the bank to get me through until I get that first, you know, installment of my lottery money. Then I'm like, yeah, whatever. But I'm older than you, so I'm going to go fucking hog shit wild. I'm buying the fancy fucking car, the big house, the stupid boat. I'm going all nuts.
You deserve it.
Oh, yeah, I do. Absolutely, I do. The shit I put up with, God damn it. No. But, so you get that call, you know, and you, like you said, you're on your lunch break, so the rest of the day goes by. You tell everybody, I'll see you tomorrow, and you basically just ghosted everybody. That's fucking classic. I love it. When did it really sink in, though? You know, I mean, I know you got the call and you believed it because, of course, you didn't go back to your job. But when did it really sink in that you were actually finally stepping into phase one of the dream? Because it's only part of the dream. The big part is staying there and becoming a champ, of course. But when did it really sink in? Like, you know, were you at home that night? Were you taking a dump going, holy, oh, you know, fucking just that moment of epiphany, you know, or an epiphany, if you will. I'm just making this up as I go. But seriously, like, when did that hit you? How long did it really take?
I'm not sure it's still hit, man. Sometimes I wake up, and, you know, I'm not getting up, you know, at 5 a.m. to go roof houses. I wake up and I'm blessed, honestly. You know, I don't know if it's ever going to hit. I get to wake up and train every day, 2 or 3 sessions a day. You know, I get to focus on what I love to do. I can't say that it's hit yet. I'll get to the call to fight, and, you know, I'll get the butterflies in my stomach, the heart beating fast, and it's like I'm in the UFC. I'm going to get to fight for them again. It's unexplainable, man. Even in the hotel room, you know, the UFC hotel, I'm sitting there and I wake up, you know, I'm hungry, I'm dieting, you know, my body's sore, and you enjoy every second of it, man. You're in the UFC.
So when you got there for your first fight week, you know, and you know, you started in the pandemic era. So you haven't really experienced a full-on crazy fight week where, you know, there's fans and there's all this and there's, which, you know, for me, I think that's a good thing for guys like you as you come in. You don't get, because some guys do get overwhelmed with all that. And not saying that you would be one of them, but you could be. I mean, you know, you're just a man like everybody else, and all of a sudden this craziness going on. You go, doesn't mean it might not even affect your fight game, but it might have, you know, just affect you a little bit. You're like, whoa. But the first fight week though, you go in and everything. You know, you walk in. You know, you show up. You know, you get your badge. You know, your credential. I'm sorry.
Yeah, right.
And it's got your picture on it, and you know, it says fighter. You know, did you get like a little fight boner? You know, going. You know.
This is definitely exciting, man. I've got all that. I kept everything. My mom's got one of them. I have the other one.
You see the Reebok gear with your name on it, UFC, fucking Mannis stuff. That's got to be dope, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, I have a shirt right here. I mean, I got a shirt right here with my picture on it and my name on it and my show. But I had to make this shit myself, man. So it's not the same as walking in and getting some gear. Like, I want to walk into some place and have my shit made by Nike, goddamn it, you know, and fucking. I'm not a fan of the Reebok deals.
Yeah. I'll meet my coach out to go eat or just anywhere we're going, and he'll have his UFC jacket on. I'll have mine on. It's hard to go out and be seen with anything else, honestly.
You know, like I laugh that I wear these shirts with my logo because that's my logo, you know, and everything. And it's my face, you know, and, you know, I feel stupid sometimes, but, you know, people tell me you got to brand yourself. So I got to promote my brand. So I got to wear myself on myself. It's weird, you know, but it's part of the game. But it's different for you. Like, I have to wear this. I mean, you want to wear what you're wearing. You know what I'm saying? You want to wear it because it's almost like, I don't know, a reward. You know, they made this uniform for you. You got your name on it. You're a professional athlete at the highest fucking level of our sport. So yeah, you know, walk around. It's like, you know, fuck you. I am in the UFC.
Yeah, it's like a medal. You know, as amateurs, you win that first UFC belt. You know, I carried it around for a whole week. I'd be going out to eat and have a seat next to me. You know, when you get something, it's kind of like a badge. When you get it, you know, you want to show it off for sure.
Yeah, if I was a fighter and I won a UFC title, I would take the belt with me everywhere. I don't care. I'd take it to the movies. I'd take it to the restaurant. I'd take it to my cardiologist office. I'd take it to the dentist. I'd take it when I was getting a pedicure. I would take it every fucking where because, shit, I'm a UFC champion. I'd probably go overboard.
That was me with my first amateur belt. I took it everywhere I went. I slept with it at night, and that was, you know, 3-0 as an amateur. It didn't mean anything at all. It, you know, means something to you in that moment.
Yeah, and you know what? It did mean something. So you say it didn't mean anything at all. It meant the world because it made you realize that you're good at what you're doing, and it, you know, helps you grow confidence. That belt isn't just about carrying around a belt, you know, even if it's got gold and diamonds in it. It's not about the belt itself. It's about the accomplishment of getting to the belt and knowing that you're the best. So even in an amateur promotion, you were the best at that time in that show, and that's saying something, and that, you know, helped you to continue your growth. So in the big picture, I think it's just as important. That was the first belt you won. I think it's just as important as if you ever win a UFC belt, because you wouldn't get to this one if you didn't have this one.
Right. And they're all sweet, man. You can't win enough. Every time you win a new belt, it's, you know, it's just the biggest thing in your life for sure.
That's awesome, man. I'm looking at your face, dude. And, you know, obviously I know you're younger than me because I'm, you know, an old fart, but the smile behind your eyeballs when you speak about, you know, things like that, it's so refreshing to see the enthusiasm and just the real emotion. You know, some guys, when they come out and do interviews, they try to be tough, you know. Right. And then there's guys like the guy we just had on, Quentin. He was just being him. You know, he's at this level, you know, and he's just straightforward. But, you know, he's got a little sense of humor. We got a little pop out. We had some pops out of him tonight. And, you know, a little animated at the end with his, you know. But everybody conveys stuff differently. And I can see it in your face that you are so appreciative of this moment that you're having right now, and grateful for it. You know, some guys, you know, like I said, they want to front like, you know, they're not, you know, and some guys, I'll be honest, some guys probably aren't as grateful as they should be when they get to the spot you're in. And that sucks. You know, you should really appreciate it because everybody is not going to make it to the UFC. The select few, you know, we think about all these guys, but it's 500-600 people, you know, and they keep it at that level all the time. So you're an elite group of athletes, man. You're dope.
Yeah. I watched some of, you know, the interview with Darrick there at first, and he talked about being in the moment and being a little bit more grateful here later on in his career. And I really related to that. The weight cuts and stuff like that used to really get to me as an amateur. And even early in my pro career, I'd be dieting for a week and I don't even want to do this anymore. But as the years have gotten on, you only got a short time in this game. So even the dieting now, it doesn't affect me like it used to. I've learned how to cook some better meals and do things like that and just how to deal with it overall. But yeah, man, just extremely grateful, especially now when you've made it to the top of the level.
Yeah, so 2-0 in the octagon, dude. You're continuing to win. That's what you're supposed to do. Did the wins for you feel different in the octagon? Like, were you like, oh, there's a UFC win versus, or is it just at the end of the day, now that you've gone through two of them and you have time to digest it, just a fight, right? Is it just a fight or is it more?
The first fight, man, it was so crazy with the cup shots and the stops in between rounds and just a bunch of weird things. The decision was kind of hit and miss. You really weren't sure what the judges were going to see through all that craziness. It didn't even really feel like a win. It didn't feel like a loss, but it didn't really feel like a win. It was just kind of that neutral feeling. Getting the finish in my last one, it was definitely one of the better feelings I've ever had in the cage.
Yeah. Best feelings in the cage. That's awesome, man. That's what you're supposed to do. Feel better every single time. And, it was, the kid you fought, Luke Sanders. I have experience with him. He fought with us at the XFC when I was ring announcer for the XFC years ago. And I love the kid. He's a cool dude, So, and for you to get a win for him against him, because he's got good ground game, he's got good stand-up, well-rounded cat, and he's been around, So you coming in, in your second octagon appearance and taking a win against a guy who's been established there for a little while, that's definitely the step in the right direction that you need to take, bigger fights, and so, excuse me. So are you staying bantam or do you look at featherweight? Because you're almost 30. Weight cutting as you're hitting your age. You've been an athlete for a while, so you have an advanced metabolism, I'm sure. But at some point, the weight cut becomes more difficult. So are you looking to stay at 35? For the next couple of years, or do you think that 45 might be better suited for you because the less wear and tear from the weight cut, the better I believe you guys all perform, So have you thought about that?
Yeah, I look to stay at 135. I still haven't competed at 35 in the UFC, but both of those weight cuts are going really smooth, maybe some of the best of my career. So 35's, it's not fun, obviously. Anytime you're making weight, it's not fun. But I think I can hit this weight for a long time to come, and I definitely want to establish in the 135 division first.
That's awesome. And I'm glad you said that because I think you can be a player at 135. I think you could be a player at 145 as well. But I think, you have a good range about you. You're at the taller side of that division at 135, being at 5'10", 5'11", wherever you're at. I think your reach is like 73, something like that.
Yeah, 72. Yeah.
Oh, I was close, man. I remember some shit. I can't remember all the fights, but I remember silly stats. For some reason I read those. So your size in that division, dude. If you get down to fucking 125, bro, fucking people be in trouble, man. 125, fucking 5'10", fucking.
I think I could probably hit 130 if I really wanted to, but those last 5 pounds, man, I just don't think I got it in me.
and that's okay to admit that on TV, dude. What I'm saying is, know your limitations, dude, and don't try to, I shouldn't say it this way, but know your limitation in certain things and don't try to exceed that limitation because it could be dangerous. You should always try to exceed limitations, in achieving goals in your sports career. So I didn't want to send the wrong message to all the kids that might be watching. Always go to overachieve. But, if you go out drinking, you don't need to overachieve on a night of drinking. There you go. So know when to overachieve and not to overachieve. I guess that's the best advice I can give all the youth of America today. So we're not just fun here. We're educational. Guys, you're watching K-Star Christopher James, brought to you tonight by Just Heart Apparel and Just Heart Apparel East Coast. My dude, Andrew Sams out there. Thanks for what you do, brother. I appreciate it. We're talking with UFC fighter, certified now, checkmarked on Instagram, Nate Maness. how cool is that, bro? You know, get the check mark, certified. They know you're in the UFC. You got the big.
Man, I won't even lie. I've requested 3 times. They've been denying me. I'm not afraid to say it.
Hey, it's all right, man.
They finally accepted it, man. So I'm in there. I know it's not a big deal in, the major things that are going on, but it means something to me. So I'm happy about it.
Again, I think of that like your amateur title that you're talking about, 3-0.
Yeah.
That's a big deal, dude. It's confirmation of your arrival, it's confirmation of hard work. So, yeah, and it's not clout chasing because you can't chase your own clout. You just want to be given credit for the clout you've earned. So, fuck it.
Right.
Give me a check mark. I mean, how fucking hard is it? Fucking give me a goddamn check. I reached out to Facebook's process for getting a blue check mark is fucking, I think, harder than trying to get hired by the CIA. It's so fucking ridiculous. So
I haven't even looked at it yet. One step at a time.
I want to get a Facebook check mark. This is where I do most of my damage. So I want the bing, so verified. I mean, nobody else is me. I'm me. Fucking verify me, bitches.
Right. I'm with you. I'm right behind you.
Dude, I'm telling you, man. Hey, you guys out there that are watching, man, start the hashtag verify Christopher James.
Hey, I'll share it as soon as I post it, man. I got you.
So you get there, you got this, the second fight, obviously that second fight, that felt like a legit win, best win you've had in your feeling in your career. Has there been any conversation as to what's next for Mr. Nate Maness?
I know Pat's been on him. We stay on him. The UFC, they do what they want to do. It's whenever they decide to get you a fight, they will. I'm hoping to be back in March. We're waiting to hear back from Sean. So hopefully they'll give me a name, man, and we'll get a date confirmed, and we'll do it.
Anybody you're looking to dance with? I mean, you're 2-0, so, it's not always wise to, try to call out your opponent, and start dictating shit. But then you look at a guy like Conor McGregor who started talking shit the minute he walked in, and look at him now. So, is there anybody out there you're looking for?
Yeah, man, I like to give them a few options. I think that's what they like to hear. So, I was interested in fighting Adrian Yanez. I think he's been booked here in the last couple of weeks, so that's probably off the table.
That would be a good fight.
Yeah, man. I'll respect all these guys. There's nobody in here that I have any bad words to say. I just think they'd be good matchups. Nathaniel Wood, he's a really clean striker. I got a lot of respect for him. I think we'd put on a good show. I hear Sean O'Malley's looking for a fight. He's 13-0, 12-1. I think he's 12-1. I'm 13-1. Similar records. If he's looking to get in there, I'm ready for that too.
That right there, fucking, I love that. Fucking, he took that first loss like bad, like didn't give any credit to his opponent, and his opponent beat him. I mean, let's be real, dude. You lost, man. Just be a man and own it. People respect that more when a guy owns the loss. Hey, it wasn't my night that night. That night he was the better guy. Fucking A, congratulations. Let's do it again. I'm going to fuck him up next time. That's cool.
For sure, man.
I respect that. But when you whine about it, dude, after all the shit you talked beforehand, dude, come on.
Yeah, I didn't think he think all the people would jump on him the way they have, man. I think he's still in the news, so there's no bad publicity. But everybody's kind of dropped off that ship a little bit the way he's been acting about the loss.
You can't be like that. You got to take the wins just as good as you take the losses. And if you can't, dude, that's a problem. DC, in losing fights, to Jones, he got upset. He cried after. But as much as he hated John Jones, he always respected the fight. And he always said, look, John Jones, even the fight that got overturned, he goes, look, we all saw it. John Jones beat me. Fucking, because we saw it. It happened, dude. So, no excuses, man. You go in there, you fight, win or lose, you got to take it. The only excuse I can accept from a fighter is if they get jobbed in a really bad decision, like the judges absolutely 100% get it wrong. And, let's say it's you had a fight, and the judges got everything wrong. And, you won 30-27, but they gave it to the other guy 30-27, and it was blatant. Get pissed, say something, because that's not your fault. But other than that, you lost. If the guy fucking knocked you out, what are you going to say? Well, it was a lucky punch. No, dude, it was a perfectly placed punch. It's so crazy, sometimes, man. Just own it. People respect when you own your shit in anything in life, especially being an athlete, So those guys endear themselves to the fans, Now that you're in the UFC, See, I'm going to segue right into the fan thing. See what I did? I've done this.
I've
done this a couple of times.
Professional veteran.
Yeah, I try sometimes. Like, hey, how are you? Have you had a fan pop up at you, like somebody that you didn't know that you're seeing out in public somewhere now? Go, hey, dude, you fight in the UFC, or you go to a store locally where you live, and they go, bro, man, you're in the UFC, dude. Let me buy you lunch, because that's cool.
Yeah, man, it's super cool. I've taken pictures with people. I got to pretend I know who they are, and I don't. And I don't mean that in a bad way. I'm bad with faces anyway. I'm even worse with names. So maybe I did know them, and I'm terrible at it. But yeah, man, it's a crazy experience having people. I've sent out autographs. I've signed things for people. It's really cool, especially being in a smaller town. It's a cool thing to be a part of.
Yeah. Anybody bought you lunch or dinner yet?
Yeah, I've had my lunch bought once. So hopefully more people start buying me some food. I'm cool with that.
Free lunch, dude. Listen.
Yeah, that's it.
It always tastes better if it's free. Ain't no doubt about it, dude. I'm telling you from being 51 years old and getting some free food. Boom. I love it. I always eat. Yeah. I had free dinner last night. So I mean, there's a restaurant there. I DJ at a club. So they put a new restaurant in next door to our club, and we all got invited over for free tasting. I'm like, I'm in. Oh no, stop. No, don't make me. No. Had a nice steak. It was delicious. And nice shrimp appetizer. It was good, man. So I'm like,
it sounds good.
I told them if they need to do another tasting party, let me know. I'll come in and try something else. And now I know.
Right guy.
And I'll tell him, listen, man, fly my man Nate in, dude, because he'll give a thumbs up for your restaurant. He's in the UFC. Fly him in
for sure.
Fly him in. Feed him. Fly him. He's verified, bitches. I love it, man. I love that you're a fun young dude. I don't think you take yourself too seriously. Some of these guys take themselves way too seriously. But you have to be serious in the sport. But don't take yourself so seriously that you're not engaging to the fans, or somebody that the fans want to get behind. You could be into the sport, you could be the heel guy, you could try to be like Colby Covington, you could try to be Connor, but they've created personas about themselves, and it works, but I think the best personas are the ones that are natural and real. And, if you're out there and you're not, after the show is over, if you, like a lot of these guys, they go on after the shows are over and they look at comments, everybody shouts them out, they say something, little things like that help your brand grow. So, and you got Pat, fucking, he'll just tell you, he'll be like, hey, bro, do that shit. Do this, do that, do that. We got to get your brand up so we get your sponsors, big money, get paid, big fights, get a belt, and then walk around town with it forever. Yeah, I'm all in.
My thing is, man, just being a part of big fights and not being afraid of anybody. I'm going to be grateful every step of the way, because it can all go away so fast. I think that's the main thing. You're starting to see that now with some of the legends, Anderson Silva getting pushed out, Yoel Romero having to go to Bellator. It can all turn so fast, even when you're on top of the sport, man. So I'm just trying to enjoy every step, not turn down any fights, whoever they throw me in there with. I'm ready to go. And I'm willing to meet anybody right in the middle and throw it to one of his drops. I think that's exciting for the fans, and that's going to be my thing.
Yeah, and, your division, we finally got a title fight announced today. Peter Yan and Aljamain Sterling. In March, and that's on a card with Israel and Jan for the for the light heavyweight championship, Amanda and Megan for the women's featherweight belt, and then now we got a bantamweight title fight. That card is going to be sick.
For sure.
Well, at least on paper it's sick. Sometimes those really big sick cards don't live up to a fight night. Like I've seen some fight nights that have performed better than pay-per-views, so it does happen sometimes. But we're excited about it. What's your thoughts on that title fight for your division? Are you picking Pete? Are you picking Aljamain? Because I'm going to be honest, I'm taking Aljamain Sterling early out on this. I think he's a fucking stud. I think he hasn't been given the due respect that he's earned, and I think some people sleep on him. And he's so well-rounded; he can do everything in that octagon. And I think we've seen more of that from him than Jan. Not saying that Jan is not an accomplished fighter; he is. But I think I've seen more of what Aljamain brings and what Sterling is capable of doing, or Jan is capable of doing himself or dealing with. That's where I think Sterling has the advantage. Is I think he's dealt with more than Jan has, and I think he's going to deliver more to Jan than he's dealt with in some of his previous fights. That's why I'm picking Aljamain.
Yeah, man, I'm going to go with Aljamain Sterling too. Just his well-roundedness. I think he's probably going to be the betting underdog coming in, just because people see that belt around your waist and they think you're the favorite. But I think his ground game, his ability to wrestle and stand. I think Jan's a great fighter, but Jose was giving him everything he wanted until he got tired. And I think you seen in the Jose Cheeto fight, that was a really hard fight for Jose, not taking anything away from Cheeto. But, he's towards the end of his career, Jose is, and he was pushing the champs to the limit. So I think Aljo's going to mix it up, use his wrestling to stand up, his jiu-jitsu, and I think he's going to get the victory.
I agree with you 100%, dude. And speaking of fights in your division, the rumors running around right now that we might see Jose Aldo versus TJ Dillashaw in TJ's return after 2 years. I don't care about belts. I don't care about anything. I know TJ did some, grimy shit. He owned it. Like, there you go. Perfect example. Owning your shit, not trying to make excuses. TJ owned his shit.
Yeah, he did.
He did some dumb shit, but he owned it. I respect the cat for owning it. I hope when he comes back, he's, still the same talented fighter. And I got to be honest, if he's the same fighter he was when he left 2 years ago, without the dope and him and Aldo bang, that fight is going to go down in history as one of the best I think we're ever going to see. Those guys are going to beat the snot out of each other.
Yeah, man. TJ's maybe my favorite fighter in the UFC. And Jose used to be too, in his WEC days. He was a monster, super explosive. It's fun to watch kind of these legend fight too, especially when they're not too far out of their prime. TJ's still great. Aldo's still performing.
Yeah. At 135, he reinvented himself, dude. He's fucking shredded. He looks good.
Yeah.
I think, he might make a title run here, dude. I'm feeling him right now. And by the way, I got to correct you on something. You said your favorite fighter in the UFC is Jose Aldo. I'm going to say your favorite fighter in the UFC is Nate Mayhem Maness.
There you go.
That's just my opinion of who I think. Oh, that's you. You should always be your favorite fighter in the organization. And in your division, respect them all, but like none of them.
Right.
They're allowed to take your money, dude. Fuck
That's
that.
veteran wisdom. Yeah.
I'm just telling you things I've had repeated to me, So, but anyway, listen, man. Thank you for taking the time tonight. I'm so glad we got to catch up. Congratulations on the car. Congratulations on the octagon and getting in there and doing what you're doing and being such a cool cat, enjoying it, understanding and appreciating the blessing. Because like I said, there's certain things we've talked and spoke about, and your eyes light up, dude. Like a kid on Christmas morning that just got a PS5 and a fucking, iPad 35, He's like, got all the technology. That's the look in your eyes, dude. And I appreciate that look because it tells me more than your words. I can see it here. So I know that what's coming out of here is real. And sometimes it's even hard to put into words what that really means to us, different things in life.
Sure.
So I understand that you're like, I still don't know if it's sunk in. I get it. But, just enjoy it. Enjoy every moment. It's all a blessing. And, you've earned it. So, that's what makes it special. You went out there and earned it, and you did it. And congratulations on the success. We hope to see fight announcement here for you shortly, in March, like you said, maybe April, go out there and do work. Any sponsors or people you want to shout out before you dip out tonight, sir?
Yeah, man. God first and foremost for me. His victory is not mine. Nice Guy Submission Fighting, Tag MMA. My wife, Cassandra. I'd like to thank B&N Construction, Max Custom Completions, Baker Chiropractic, Ape Ethics, Team Lynn, Merle Painting, Willett Landscapes, Great North Supplements, Nachos Grill. I appreciate all you guys supporting me so I don't have to go back to work. I can continue to train every day and, live out this dream, man. Thank you.
Well, listen, man, enjoy the rest of the night. Enjoy the rest of the day. Enjoy those moments, like I said. And congratulations on that success. I expect to see you in the octagon for a long time because I think you understand what you're going to have to do to stay there. And you're going to do it, So it's
yes, sir.
So we'll see it, man. At 135, 145. Fuck it, move up to heavyweight, fight John Jones because everybody says they want to fight John Jones. So you might as well start that campaign now. But
might as well.
Yeah, right. But enjoy the day, and hopefully tomorrow somebody buys you a free lunch, man. So be well, stay blessed, and we'll talk to you soon, man. Thanks for coming on tonight. I appreciate it.
All right, man. I appreciate Let's do it again sometime.
Peace. All right, man. We'll definitely do it again. Peace. All right, boys and girls. That was my man Nate Mannis. I love that dude. First time on the show, man. I dig him. He's a fun guy. And like I said, man, you can see it in his eyes. He appreciates the moment. He appreciates where he's at. He understands what he had to do to get there. But more importantly, he understands what he has to do to stay there. Because everybody doesn't stay. A lot of guys can make it, but they don't always stay. So now speaking, and, he's sitting I see him in the green room right now. He's got a shitty grin on his face. And I'm going to say this now before I bring him in because I want him to hear it. When this guy started talking shit on Facebook about all these fighters and bare knuckle fighting champions, I was like, shut the fuck up, dude. What the fuck is he talking about? When he came out and he talked shit when Charles Bennett got the fight against fucking Tyler Goodjohn, I thought he was disrespectful to fucking Felony Bennett, just being real. But I got to tell you, man, and by the way, this guy has no fight record I've ever found anywhere. He's laughing back there. I'm telling you like it is. I've never seen a fight record. He says he's had all these fights overseas. I looked at all the sources I could find overseas. I got nothing. He's got nothing here in the States on a fight record. However, this guy is not stupid. He cut his teeth. He started a company called Turp House. He's a very successful businessman. I'm going to guess he's probably a millionaire, so he doesn't need to do this fighting shit for money. He's smiling, shaking his head. I guess I hit that one on the head. So, there's no reason for him to do this except either one, he really, really wants to fight, or two, he's just a crazy motherfucker trying to promote Turp House. Either way, this dude talked his way into a fight at Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship 16. And when I say that, it's important because this is going to be the biggest card they've ever done. It's on Super Bowl week. This is going to be a yearly event. This is the inaugural one. It's called Knuckle Mania 1, and they're going to do this every year, probably right around Super Bowl or somewhere in that vicinity. This is going to be their landmark event every year. This is going to be the big show like the UFC does, the big year-end show and, International Fight Week show. This is going to be theirs. I don't know if David Feldman and Nate Shook signed this guy's dream come true or his death certificate. However, I respect the fuck out of him because he got what he wanted. He said he wanted to do this. He wasn't going to stop talking until he did it. I wanted to say all this before I brought him on because I wanted to see his reaction in the green room. And I know if I was trying to say this while he was on air with me, he would have interrupted me 45 times. So I had to get it all out. So now we are going to bring him in. Malo, my man. Brandon Lambert, welcome to Cage Side with Christopher James.
What's up, Chris?
I had to get it all out, dude, because I know you, dude. You're. So first of all, holy shit, dude. Let me just say that. I'm still in shock that they're booking you. I'm just being honest, again, because, when I said the stuff about your record, that there's no existence of anything that you've ever done, it's not to slight you or to disrespect you or to say that it's not true. I just can't find any record of it. So, and I know over here, there's no record of you fighting because you haven't had any. Right. So I respect the desire and the drive to be so fucking persistent, and you finally got this fucking opportunity. But before we get into the fight and all that and what it means, why the fuck are you doing this, bro?
It was a result of a shroom trip. So,
that might be the best answer I've ever had for a question on my show ever.
Oh, it's gonna get deep. So I'm going through a horrible divorce, right? And I know everybody's going to be talking about this and calling me a deadbeat father and talk about my situation, but they don't know anything about it, so it's not really going to affect me, so don't waste your time. But anyway, my wife took my children away from me because I had an affair, and then she ended up having an affair with somebody else and then took everything from me. So I started suffering from depression. And it's been like 16, 17 months I haven't spoken to my children. The courts are giving me no help whatsoever. So I wanted to combat my depression and, overcome it. So I started microdosing on shrooms. And
been there, dude.
Yeah, and I still do it, and I like to train on it too because it just helps open up everything. So yeah, I had a shroom trip, and I had a vision of me fighting Lethway again, and I was like, this is what I need to do. And I'd known Vince Anderson, and I went to Oxford, Mississippi, and cornered Chris Sorrow.
I know, I was there. I saw you, you
And I
crazy
knew-
bastard.
I knew right there that's what I needed to do. And then I moved I went to Puerto Rico to train with Elvin Brito, and we were talking about Tyler Goodjohn because I thought that would be a great fight for Elvin, because Elvin is one of the most underrated fighters in bare knuckle. The dude is a monster. He's been stopped once by a title challenger, you know what I mean? So Elvin is the man. And I wanted him to get that Tyler Goodjohn fight. And while I was flying back to Florida from Puerto Rico, I messaged Tyler. Said, hey, man, if you're going to, where are you going to be at? He said he's coming to Southern Florida. I said, hey, I'm on my way there. If you need anything, let me know. I know everybody here. And he had read a note or a comment that I put on Kevin Smith's post that I hope Tyler's not coming here just to get knocked out. And the reason I said that is there's these pure boxers come into this sport, and they try to lean over and do all this head shit, and they're just putting their head right there for us to bust their melon off. And a good bare knuckle boxer, a good pugilist, is going to notice that, and they're going to take their head off. And that's what Elvin is. And that's all I said. And then he called me out and said he was going to fight me. So I was like, there's my fucking chance. So I was on it. And it got me where I'm at right now. I got offered a guy. I went over to England. I'm sorry I'm being so long-winded, but I went over to England.
No, be fine. You're good.
I went over to England to taunt Tyler. Like, that's how serious I was about this and how serious I am about it.
I know. I saw you went over there. I saw you in the car driving on the wrong side of the road. I'm like, I'm like, this fucking dude's absolutely fucking certifiably insane. I mean, fucking, because he's going over to England to try to fucking taunt this guy, but he's never going to run into Tyler Goodjohn over there. It's not going to happen. So, but fuck it, man. You ain't got your shit else to do, and you got the money to go take a little trip to England for a couple of days. Hats off to you, bro. Fucking, if I had the cash, I'd be the fuck out of here right now. Like, I'd be leaving in the interview. I'd be like, fuck this, I'm going to England. And I'd be gone. I'd be like, fuck it, man. But
they went into lockdown the day that I got there. So
yeah, I know. That's why I started laughing, especially when you got there. I was like, this dude fucking, I said, but luckily, he built his finances, right? So big deal. He went over to England for a couple of days. He probably saw a couple of cool things, and then fucking got on a plane and came home.
And then the day I got home is when I got offered the fight. So it was like, wow. And I was stressing out for like a week because I wanted to get it done before the new year. I wanted to announce it. I wanted to sell the fight. And then it just kept dragging and dragging and dragging. And then finally, Nate came through and sent me that contract, and I signed it immediately. And here we go. We go on February 5th.
Yeah. So we're going to backtrack a little bit, but before we talk about your upcoming professional or any kind of fighting debut, like I said, there's no proof of you fighting. So it's like, I'm just going to treat this as first fight ever.
That's
so,
fine.
But I brought up in my opening thing before I brought you on, you were really disrespectful to Bennett. Like saying it was a joke. It was a joke that he was in there. And I'm going to be honest with you, that kind of hit me in the feels, because talking from your point where you've done nothing in the sport, and to shit on a guy like that who's done so much, and while his record doesn't show it, this part of his career, that guy's a fighter, and he goes out there to fight, and he showed that in that fight against Goodjohn, a fight which a lot of people say he won. So what I want to see from you, and I'm going to ask you, and we'll know, say a lot about you as a man. Are you humble enough to say that, you know what, you were wrong about that guy, and maybe like, but let me finish. And that you would say, hey man, I'm sorry I fucking disrespected you like that. It was more my heat with Goodjohn, and that's because I think that's where it came from. Because like, you could be a dick. I've seen some of your posts, dude. You could be a dick, and I can see that some of it is being a dick, fucking because you want to be a dick right there. And then I can see some of it where, maybe there's something driving behind it. And I'm not asking you to like backtrack and, you do what you want to do. But I feel like you spoke out of turn about a guy who's done so much in combat sports, and you hadn't earned that yet. You haven't done shit, so you can't say shit. You know what, you get what I'm getting at?
Yeah. 100%.
And I'm not trying to be a dick to you either. I dig you, dude. You fucking, but I just got to be real about it, because I was like, dude, man, fucking shoot a good job. But what the fuck, man? Bennett, come on.
Well, so
I'm blaming it on a shroom trip for you for that one. I know.
but to answer your question, I already did. As soon as after that fight happened, because I was there live. After that fight happened, I went right in and made a post and said I was wrong about Charles.
I didn't even see it. See that?
Yeah,
so much shit comes across my page. So,
yeah, so
my bad.
That's the thing about me. I talk a lot of shit, bro. I talk a lot of shit. But when I'm wrong, I let you know that I'm wrong, and it's all good. I've talked to Charles already, so he called me when I was having a bad time. After court, we shot the shit. Like, Felony's a good dude, man, and yeah, I was 100% talking out of turn. I was talking outside, but I felt in my heart of hearts, I felt like I deserve Tyler Goodjohn. I feel like I can market that fight the way that it needs to be marketed, and I know that I can stop.
Well, I maybe the marketing part I get, but again, I tell it like it is. I don't sugarcoat. I don't bullshit people. At this point, you haven't done nothing yet, so I don't think you deserve anything because you haven't earned anything yet.
Right.
And that's real. That's just real words. Again, not to be an asshole to you. I just got to tell like I feel it. And most other people would agree with me. You can't say I deserve this. Goodjohn, in spite of your lack of respect for him and everything, he's accomplished much more in sport than you. You haven't done shit yet. But you got to fight. So we're going to get into that part too because I know you want to talk about that fight. But yeah. So my advice to you, and again, take it or leave it. It's up to you. Maybe change your vernacular and don't say, I deserve.
I said in my heart of hearts.
Yeah, but even still, when you say in my heart of hearts, I deserve that fight. I feel that you're still saying at the end of the day, people don't hear in my heart of hearts. People just hear you saying I deserve a fight. That and you haven't even fought yet. So
it makes people talk.
Yeah, no, I get it, but again. They're still, I think, it gets people to talk, but I also think, there's got to be just a level of respect that you have to show to the people that have done it, have been there, have done that, got the t-shirt, got the fucking battle bruises and all that stuff. So, and I get it. You're a talker, dude. You'll be great at marketing whatever fight you get. So, you might be the Conor McGregor of fucking bare knuckle if this fucking works out for you. Or the flip side of this, and then we're going to talk about your fight now. You could get your ass kicked and handed to you badly. We know this. You know this. Of course, it's a fight, but this could go horribly wrong for you. Mm-hmm. And I respect, I think I said at the beginning, I'll say it to you. The fact that you want to do this, I respect the fuck out of you, bro. It's nuts. It's nuts. You know what I'm saying? No real fight experience again that I know of. I know you've been training, you've trained out with King Mo and you're doing some good work and goddamn, that's awesome. But at the end of the day, I'm like, this dude's fucking just certifiable, man. Fucking crazy. Fucking what the fuck, man? He got this green hair. He wants to go in there and bare knuckle fight with people. He's never bare knuckle fought before. And why? You're a successful businessman. You've made yourself, right. I mean, you've really done a good job with Turp House. So this isn't about money for you. But which, it begs the question, are you crazy or are you committed? And I don't mean like into a mental house. I mean, like, are you committed to this because of the sport? Because there's a difference, being crazy enough to do it and being committed to fucking actually turning this into something than just a sideshow. Which side of the fence are we on with you?
Well, I mean, this is basically the ultimate hold my beer moment.
I like that.
I'm committed to this. I'm coming in to hurt people. Losing my kids was the worst hurt I've ever had. I'm also super heartbroken over the girl that I had actually cheated on my wife with. We had like a on and off relationship for 7 years. After all that, after I lost my family, we lost contact. So, I'm heartbroken over that as well. So I think I'm just going in here to inflict the hurt that I've been feeling for the last few years. And I want to manifest that into a title run. I'm going after belts. I'm going after big name fights. When I beat Jared Grant, I'm going to call out another name fighter. I want names. I'm going to prove that I belong here.
Yeah, and that's the part that I wanted to hear from you. I you could post anything, but I get a feel of people when I hear something out of their mouth, when I actually hear what they're saying, and I can feel it. So I'm going to take you a little more seriously now after just that last statement, and that's good, and that's the way you have to be doing this, man. I'm glad that this isn't a sideshow for you. That hey, I'm gonna come in here and I'm gonna do this, because I can tell you know how to market shit. You know how to brand stuff. So I'm thinking, this is gonna help your company. Fucking, you're gonna be out there fucking pimping hard. I love that shit, dude. Fucking, but if you go in there and you can deliver, if you can deliver half as much as what your fucking mouth is talking, it's gonna be fucking good. Because you talk, like you said, you talk shit. And you were calling out everybody, guys at 185, guys at 165. You're calling out Johnny Bedford. You're calling out every motherfucker in the goddamn company. And I'm going.
Well, I didn't call out, like I did call out Johnny Bedford. I told him I was coming for him.
I know what you said, but you said it.
Yeah, out of respect, I meant I'm on my way to him. I'm not anywhere near Johnny Bedford's level right now. Johnny and Reggie are they're the top echelon of this division, and it's going to take a while to reach that echelon.
Yeah, but I agree with you, and I'm glad to hear you say that, dude. I really am, because it lets me know you're not as certifiably crazy as I thought you were.
Now, I respect a lot of fighters. I mean, the guys that I've called out are the guys that I know I can beat. I know I can beat David Rickles. I know that I can beat Tyler Goodjohn. I don't know who else I've really called out, but I mean. Like, I didn't go after people that I didn't, I'm going to beat Artem Lobov or anything, or, I'm going to kick Jason Knight's ass. Like, I didn't say anything like that because I'm not that stupid. But the guys that I've called out are guys that I truly believe that I can beat. Like, the questions will all be answered on February 5th. Everybody wants to know, can this guy fight? I am the first bare knuckle fighter that Bare Knuckle Fighting Championships have signed that they have not seen fight. The very first person.
Yep.
And
he is.
On the very biggest card. There's a reason they put me on here, and I'm going to show everybody what that reason is on February 5th.
Yep. Like I said, we're either going to see you get a win, which everybody's going to be shocked if you win. Let's just be real. Or we're going to see you get your ass whooped. Yep. Because you're going in there against a guy who can fight. I mean, it's not like you're going in there against another guy like you that, nobody knows if they've ever had any real fight experience except what they're telling us they had. Nobody's ever seen anything from you. So you're posting pictures on social media of you with, fighters, but again, we still don't really know. So it's like, and you're not fighting another guy like you. So you're fighting somebody that's been in there and done this. And, so you're not getting like a tomato can, I guess for lack of a better word, I mean, they might be bringing you in to be the tomato can to him. You just don't know.
I hope they are. And I mean, that's the feeling because, this dude, he fought an 0-2 guy, and then he fought like another 0-2 guy or an 0-1 guy or whatever. I think the combined records were like 0-5. And this dude thinks he's a superstar. So I remember when I fought him, or when I seen him in Miami, and I was like, I want to fight this dude, but I'm not going to go down to 35 because I was wanting to be at 55 to fight Goodjohn. I just didn't like him. And I've watched him fight twice. And I just didn't like him either time.
But he's got wins against guys with no wins. Mm-hmm. And you said he thinks he's a superstar. You've got no fights. And you think you're a superstar. You can't handle that game. It's the same game you got, bro.
There's a difference.
What's the difference?
I'm gonna mollywop this kid. I'm gonna run through this.
All right.
This kid has nothing. I swear to Christ, it's going to be the most violent 135 fight you have ever seen in your life.
Wow.
I'm going to maul this kid.
I like the bold prediction. I do. And like I said,
I promised Nate Shook one of the most violent fights he's ever seen, and I plan on delivering that promise.
Well, I hope. Listen, like I said, I've said some real stuff to you how I feel about some stuff, but I hope you go out there and do what you say you're going to do, bro. Because fucking That would be epic, dude. Here's a guy fucking walks in, fucking businessman, does all this shit over here, yada, 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 yada. Say, all right, fucking guy wants to fight, let's put him in a fight. So watch him get his ass kicked. He goes out there and wins the fight. Then they book him in another fight, goes out there and wins another fight. Holy fucking shit, what the fuck did we stumble onto? You know, so hats off to you, bro. I mean, fucking, that's fucking dope.
Yeah. And I mean, normally at this time, I'm getting ready to lay down. I'm scrolling through social media. I've been doing interviews all day long.
Yep.
All day long.
I know, I saw.
And, you know,
if I had known you were doing all these interviews today, I would have actually not had you on the show tonight. Fucking, I would have let the buzz cooled off, and I would have given you fucking an hour on Saturday night, which was what I originally planned. I was like, you know, fuck it. Then I'm like, damn, he's doing this show, he's doing this show. Fuck, dude, man, he's gonna be burnt out by the time he gets there.
I love it, you know, like, because I mean, this is what I wanted. Like, the reason I really wanted this fight was to give a platform to all the fathers that have lost their children due to, you know, neglectful mothers is what I like to call them. A lot of deadbeat fathers are just broken daddies, and we need to change the court system. So that I wanted to, you know, bring that message together because I know a lot of fighters that are going through the same situation that I am.
You know, and speaking of that situation, your opponent put up a picture of himself with a caption. Now, I don't necessarily need to read the caption out because I just don't want to give credit to that. I don't like the conversation part of it. So, but you read it. I know you read it.
Yep.
Is that extra motivation for you for what he said? Because or you think it's just selling the fight?
And I mean, it was motivation at first, but like, man, I've been going through this shit for the last 7 or 8 months. Every time some jack off gets pissed, oh, that's why you don't see your kids, cocksucker. You know, like, yeah, I'm used to it. People's opinions that don't know the situation, they don't matter to me. But I'm going to wire his jaw shut just for being disrespectful. See, he said that because his coach got all crazy mad because he's, oh, you don't disrespect my kids. He's telling everybody I disrespected his kids. And what he means is I disrespected the kids that he teaches, which I didn't. All I did was put a video down of Jared getting knocked down by Chris Johnson. I said, when you lie on your BKFC application. And they fucking So they said that was disrespectful. I'm selling a fight, bro. You know what I mean?
To them, that's disrespectful. That's their boy, dude. So, I mean, you know.
So then
listen,
they're talking about doing gangster shit, like coming and me up and fight and shit. Like, come on now.
Well, you know, that's what's funny, dude. You know, because when I saw the picture and everything, and I was like, you know, how mad can he really get? He's probably gonna get pissed for a minute, but you know, you put your whole life out there in front of everybody with the social media about that situation with the kids and everything. As you're doing this now, do you regret maybe throwing as much out there? Okay, because it's ammo for people to take shots at you that truly don't belong in the fight game, but they're going to use it because you put it out there for them to use. So, you know, do you regret it a little? Maybe some of it, or you know, it's like,
because if I didn't,
are you going to continue to do it?
No, because I'm in a place mentally. But if I didn't put that out there on Facebook, I would end up killing myself.
Okay, I gotcha.
Unless you're
therapy, whatever therapy you needed to get through, I totally understand, man.
Unless you're in this position, you know, like this is a self-inflicted position. I'm not saying I didn't do anything wrong and I don't deserve this. My children don't deserve this, is what I'm saying. So I struggle with that, the fact that I failed them and fucked them up. That's why I ended up getting this broken heart on my face.
Hey, my boy Andrew Sams, who sponsors the show from Just Heart, he wants to know if you could show him a little shadow boxing.
A little shadow boxing? Because I'm going to show you why. I've fucked up my feet. I'm letting them rest because I have training this weekend. So.
Yeah, and by the way, dude, you could just say you injured your toe. You don't ever have to do that again on any show, dude. That was gross.
Well, and thinks I make excuses for shit or whatever, and I'm faking stuff. So I'm also not going to fall into the bullshit of getting roped into shit. You guys will see me fight on February 5th.
Oh, and like I said, I only asked because like I've never asked anybody to shadowbox on the show, but there was a question, so I was like, oh, let me ask him, see what he says. You know,
that is like, check out Mario Lopez from Saved by the Bell. Go watch him hit mitts. He looks like a fucking killer, and then go watch him spar. he looks like a girl. Hitting mitts, shadow boxing don't mean shit in a fight because nobody's hitting you back.
Yep.
You guys
Well,
will know what the fuck I'm about on February 5th.
all right. So I've got a comment that came on from a guy named Keegan Reynolds. He says, I got into a fight with Brandon on Facebook in some random Joe Rogan discussion group. At one point, he admitted he was wrong, told me he was running for president in 2020 and that he was for real. But a nutty 4 years followed this dude from afar. That's for damn sure. What the fuck, dude?
Yeah, I was going to run Franklin Benjamin for president. I did that campaign for a while.
Oh, that's fucking awesome.
Like, a lot of them, they're haters, but they follow me, bro. Like everybody talking shit, they're going to buy this pay-per-view. They're going to watch me fight. So I don't know why they're getting mad. You know what I mean? So yeah, I get into it with a lot of people because I don't hold my opinions back. I don't feel like I need to. You know, just how you said I was kind of disrespectful.
Yeah.
Speaking my mind, you know, like
No. Hey, listen, like I said, I speak the truth to people. I tell them how I feel. I don't feel there's any other way to be. You know, if I put up a post about something, I tag the person in the post. I don't try to hide behind it. You know, I'm just going to be real about it. You know, I mean, so, you know, I mean, as it looks right now, you know, I guess you're going to go into this fight as the underdog. I don't think anybody's going to bet on you. Maybe they should because, you know, if you deliver, you know, it should be a nice little payday for somebody. You know, I might drop 50 on you just for shits and giggles, you know, if I can see what the fuck happens, man. I'm just kidding. I don't gamble. I don't condone gambling, but I know you guys out there do gamble. And you know, when this fight does get odds put out on it, you know, Brandon's probably going to be the underdog, man. Yeah, drop a C note on it, see what the fuck happens, dude, especially if it's a big number. If he's like a plus, you know, 1,500 to fucking lose or to win.
First on me, fuck it.
Yeah, I mean, put a fucking $100 on. He won't even take it personal. I mean, fucking that's business. That's being smart about the money, you know. You know, the payday on the other guy, you're gonna make fucking $10 for dropping 100, but the payday on him, you might make 15,000 for dropping 100. Fuck it, I'd do it.
People are gonna bank on this as bare knuckle fighting championships. I promise you that.
Well,
something special February 5th.
Hey, he said, my boy Andrew Sams, he goes, if you go plus 500 or higher, he's putting money on you.
Well, you know, like a plus 2,000.
Dude, it could be. I mean, you know, we might see some ridiculous number, you know, 1,500, 1,200. I mean.
Oh, I'm praying. Please, please. Cause I need to make more money than what I'm making, so let's go. I'll put money on myself. So
I'm going to ask you a straight question because we said in the beginning, you know, you could fully on certainly get your ass kicked in this fight. Would that deter you from the plan of continuing on in this fucking? Or I mean, if you got, let's say you got beat up really badly, you know, just you know, you got all fucked up, cut, stitched, everything, and you broke your hands doing it. So you get done with that. And if you walked away at that point, I don't think anybody would even say shit to you because at least you went in and did it. You felt it. You said, all right, maybe this isn't for me. But are you still committed and right as it sits today, you know, knowing that you could lose, you know, to continuing on in this sport, to actually following through and not just making it a one and done, win or lose, you know, if you lose. I know if you win, you're going to keep going. Yeah. But, you know, and I just got to ask the question because I think it's a legit question for somebody like you who's coming in, who there's no real big financial impact for you based on what you already do and how you know you've been financially successful outside of this. So again, you don't have to do it. So, but if you're already committed to yourself that you're in no matter what.
Yeah. So if I lose this fight, I already told Nate that I'll drop down to toe the line and I'll fight 3 fights and toe the line and to earn my shot back to the BKFC. But I'm coming after belts. My plan, I'm 37 years old right now. I plan on fighting until I'm 42 or 43.
So 6 years, 5-6 years.
Yeah, and I plan on fighting 4 or 5 times this year.
Andrew said if it's plus 2,000, he's sitting fucking ringside for it.
I'll shut the box after the fight for him if he does that.
There you go, Andrew. You just bought yourself your own personal shadow box session. I love it. You're a manager, Scott Farley said, because he's a warrior. So, you know, like I said, you know, there's a little piece of me that's worried to death for you. Just being honest.
Don't cry for me.
But there's a no. But there's another part of me that says, maybe this guy can actually pull it off. So I guess we're just gonna have to wait and see, because we got no footage. There's no fucking records of you anywhere, dude. I love what I was saying at the beginning of the show. You were just back there laughing because it's true. So but like I said, man, there's athletes out there that fight that don't want to do bare knuckle. So, and then there's this crazy dude that runs a fucking $1 million business called Turp House, which is a pretty cool fucking business, by the way. And he's like, fuck it. It reminds me of an episode of Friends where fucking this dude was dating Monica and he wanted to fight in the UFC and he got fights in the UFC. That's who you are, dude, because that's what he was. He was rich and he just wanted to fight. So you're rich and you just wanted to fight. You're the new oh my God, dude, I just made the connection. Now I know you're a Friends addict like me, because that's where, dude, I just exposed you. It's over. Drop the mic.
Friends.
Oh man, but you know what I'm talking about when I say that, right? So that's awesome. But that is kind of funny. I just like, wait a minute, I've seen this story before. Now, dude, you're busted. Sorry, man. I didn't mean to blow your cover.
I used to get pissed off when all these celebrities would talk their way into high-profile fights, and then here I am, this nobody dude that just talked my way right onto one of the biggest cards in bare knuckle history. So,
yep,
social media is a powerful thing, and I wanted this opportunity to prove something, and I'm going to prove that. February 5th, I'm going to beat this kid senseless. I'm going to put him face down on that canvas.
Wow.
What the fuck happened? And then I'm going to call my other shot, and I'm going to beat him, and I'm going to keep on calling shots. I'm going to be the Babe Ruth of bare knuckle.
Oh, damn. He's got a point. Boop.
If they're ringside, you goddamn sure I'm going to fucking point at them. I'm going to tell them, get up.
Oh, yeah. I already know, dude. I already know. Fucking, we're going to have to keep extra security around fucking if you're out there fucking and there's a possibility of you talking shit to somebody, man.
Well, I'm just here to fight and fuck bad bitches, Chris. That's all.
Well,
nowhere, so let's fight.
All right. Well, I don't have proof of you doing either in this life, so no.
Oh, I can.
No, dude, we don't have to go into details, dude. It was an opportunity to make a little funny joke. That's all, man. So
I'm all about.
Again, we're not going into personal life, dude. We're going to keep your personal life out of the personal fucking pages, dude. You know what I'm saying, man? So that way, you don't give future opponents, any ammunition to fire at you about stuff you don't want them to fire at you about. That's really where that comes from. That's why. So, I get what you want to do. Fight, fuck bad bitches. Those are goals, dude. I right there, man. I feel you, bro. I don't want to fight, but the other side is not a bad business. Luckily,
fuck bad bitches.
Luckily, my wife is a bad bitch.
There you go.
Recovery. All right, cool. Well, listen, brother. And I gotta say, man, there's people. I'm watching. I don't know how many people are watching at one time, but I see thing count go up and down. And people came on when you came on, dude. So that's cool. Thanks. Yeah. Appreciate it.
Oh, I told you. So
hey, listen, man. Until they actually gave you a fight, it was all just fun and games, really. And entertaining, no doubt about it. And I talked to Scott a couple of times about you. I was like, Scott, dude, what the fuck is up with this guy, dude? You're managing him, dude. What the fuck, dude? Tell him to slow his roll. He was laughing at me. He goes, "That's just Brandon being Brandon," and I'm laughing. And I was like, "Dude, man." And then you call out Ben. I'm like, "Dude, man, he can't call out Ben like that, bro." And again, he's laughing at me. So I'm glad to see that you understand some of the things that you said previously. And you retracted. You were wrong. And that you said it. That's wrong, man. Fucking, that's what a man does. You own your shit. That's what we kind of in the theme of the night. We were talking about. Like T.J. Dillashaw got busted for roids. Never once did he deny it. Never once played any bullshit. He owned it from jump, and he took his suspension like a man. He's coming back. He's probably going to fight Jose Aldo in his return. I like T.J. Dillashaw. He fucked up. He owned it. So people respect the owning your shit more than fucking excuse. So when you fuck up, own it, move on. That's how life is.
Yep. Everybody makes mistakes.
All right. So before we let you go, tell everybody about Terp House. What's going on up at Terp?
So Terp House, we have two different genres. We have a CBD side, and then we have a THC vape side where you can get in all legal states. With the CBD, we've got some new roll-ons coming out. We've been pretty deep in the game for the last 4 or 5 years. I mean, we had almost 200 athletes at one time. So you can check out our products at theterphouse.com. That's our CBD site. Or you can go to our THC site and see if we're available in your state. That's terphouseclear.com.
There you go. And products are all good, man. I know plenty of people that use their product, dude. And if it wasn't good and something that I know that people were saying was good, I wouldn't even talk about it. But and I'm not just talking about because you're on the show. I mean, bonus, that you're here. But I had friends that say, they've gotten product from you, for a while and never had bad products. So I'm on both sides of the fence. So that's cool, man. That's just, I'm glad for your success in that. And hopefully, I'm glad you got that part out of the way because, if the fighting thing fucks up, at least you're still financially secure. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what? It almost makes it easier for a guy like you. That's why Greg Hardy can do this in the UFC because he's made buku money,
He was broke as fuck when he got signed to the UFC. He was living in the gym.
No, but he wasn't living in the gym because he was broke. He was listen.
Well, yeah,
I'm telling you.
Yeah, you're right.
He moved into the gym. I had him on my show right before his first fight. He moved into the gym because he needed to fucking, immerse himself 3 training sessions a day at ATT. That's where he started, in Coconut Creek. So he moved upstairs in the gym. He wanted the fighter experience and it was good for him. But make no mistake, he rich, and he richer than you, and that's before he made any UFC money. He's still richer than you. No disrespect. I know you're rich, but he like a different level of NFL rich, dude. That
Greg Hardy,
huh? It's Greg fucking Hardy, right? Yeah. So yeah, he didn't move there because he was broke. Because in the interview too, he goes, I brought up the gym thing to him. He goes. Shit, I'm rich, bro. He just called himself out. He's like, yeah. And it's true. So, but I respected his dedication to it, and that's what he needed to do. And I respected you're out there trying to chase down, big name training partners and people that, are highly experienced to help you. Find a place to park, stay there. Find a place to park and stay there and really get yourself fucking committed with a team, and fucking, if you're serious on this and you stay with one group of people, dude, and you really soak in the knowledge, not saying once in a while go out and, venture and learn from anybody you can, but give yourself a solid base somewhere where you're going to call home as a team, dude. And, it will elevate whatever level of success you'll find in this sport or any form of combat sport. And that's just me telling you from years of experience of talking to fighter. I've been doing this a long time. And, being an announcer and all the shit. So I've been around, and that's the one thing I've noticed with the guys that are the most successful. And some of the guys that even don't have the success they want, but they're successful as far as they can go because they had a home base that always, carried them up and, helped them out. So make sure you get one of those.
Yeah, well, that home base is going to be in Puerto Rico with Elvin Brito. We're going to create a jungle for other bare knuckle fighters, do a bare knuckle camp out there. I think Elvin Brito is one of the best bare knuckle fighters on the planet, and it's going to be awesome to have a team with him.
That's awesome, dude. Hey, get on down to Puerto Rico. You can hang out with Elvin.
Mafia, baby. That's what
you can hang out with Elvin and the goats.
Yep.
You can headbutt a goat like Chris Sorrow was doing out there. That's a crazy son of a bitch. I love that dude.
Yeah, it's going to come out. So it's going to be something special. It's going to be something special.
Oh, man. Well, listen, I can't wait to see it, dude. Persistence pays off. So for you guys out there that, don't think something can happen, he may have just gotten fucking. He may have just got a raw deal. We don't know. We're not going to know till fight night. But the point being that I'm going to say is, he wanted something. He kept pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing and doing some work behind the scenes to get prepared for it if it came, and he got it. So we don't know if it's going to be a blessing or a fucking beatdown. But either way, I believe 100% it's going to be highly entertaining. the buildup is going to come, and these guys are going to talk shit to each other all over social media. It's already started. If Brandon does not bring the same energy to this kid that he's been bringing all along, I'm going to be highly disappointed. So just keep that energy up, dude, because that shit is fucking fire, dude. So I can't wait to see the shit that's going on back and forth. We might even do a weekly update. You know, I'm going to bring you on every week till the fight gets here. I'm going to be like, all right, hey, it's the weekly update with Brandon Lambert on what he said to his opponent this week. And then you come on, hi, I'm Brandon Lambert, and this is what I said, you know, and then just dip right out, you know. Or we'll have you in a chair with a pipe. Hi, I'm Brandon Lambert.
I mean, I can do it with a vape if you want. You know?
Do it with the vape, dude. I'm doing it with a nice fucking pre-roll from my local fucking.
I just actually smoked a pre-roll before I got on the show. I was watching you with Maness.
Yeah, good dude. I that kid's gonna go far.
Yeah,
so
tonight's very solid, especially Henry.
Yeah, dude. Fucking, I'm digging it. You know, fucking, I love doing this show, dude. I get to talk to so many crazy people and fun people, and been a few jerks I've had to talk to along the way too. Sometimes that's just the way it works. But no, you've actually been very fun to have on the show. I respect your passion. I respect your dedication, dude. It shows me why you were successful at Turp House and making that what it turned into, and you know, being able to become rich from it. You know, because you can't do that half-ass. Which means your dedication to getting a fight was fucking 100%. You know, 110%. Hopefully your dedication to training, because again, we don't see any of it, so we don't know. But hopefully, based on some of the pictures and some of the stuff you're saying, hopefully your dedication is 110. And, you know, hopefully, you know, you're in it to win it, fucking, like you said, you know, and we'll go out there and see, like I said, shock the world. You know, I'm all about shocking the world, dude. I'm all about moments in sports history. So, you know.
I won't be surprised, motherfuckers.
Oh, dude, you can't be, dude. What you just did was called gimmick infringement. You stole a Nate Diaz thing, dude. Fucking, you got to come up with something better, bro. Come up with your own. Don't be biting other people's style. You know that ain't right.
What works? I'm going with what works.
Yeah, but it worked for him, bro. You know, that would be like me going into a fucking, you know, a ring doing that fight to go, you know, doing fucking let's get ready. You know, I can't do that, dude. That's somebody else's style. First of all, they'd sue the shit out of me because their shit's trademarked. So you can't say it anyway. But even if I wanted to, that's just weak sauce. So you can't be stealing Nate's shit, you know?
I'm going to steal some more shit later on. You'll be hearing it throughout the week, throughout the month, so.
So this guy, Jeremiah Deskin, says, it's funny how people talk about what he said, but not his fights. He's got no fights to show us, bro. What the fuck are we supposed to talk about?
Dude, it trolls me. He is like the super fan. Like, I think I sent him an autograph. He didn't put his trailer number on there. So it just went to some random place. Now he's pissed off he don't have an autographed picture of me to put up on his plywood wall.
Well, Deskins, if he has fights to talk about, we'll talk about it. He already told us how this fight's going to go. He's going to go in there and knock this fucking guy out. That's what he said he's going to do.
Well,
there's not much else you can say.
He's going to see my fight because he's going to buy the pay-per-view and watch me fight on February 5th. So I don't know why he's commenting.
Yeah, so he's no. I love it, dude. Well, listen, B, fucking thank you for taking the time, man. Congratulations on getting exactly what you asked for. Most people don't get what they ask for. I hope it's a blessing for you and not a beating. You know, that's all I can say, because I have nothing to base of this off, and if I have to base it off what I've seen from both of you guys as fighters, I got to pick against you because I've never seen you fight. You know, there's nothing for me to work with. If it's based off attitude and fucking persistence, I'd probably pick you because fucking you're fucking crazily committed to this, dude. For whatever reason you need to do this, you're there. So fucking A. Oh, man. So I don't even know what else to say, dude, except like, I can't wait to see this shit go down, dude, you know. And I'm going to guess that half the people out there are going to, that, you know, that tune in specifically to watch you, you know, whether it's 10 people or 1,000 people, who knows, you know. We'll never know the real number of who tuned in to see you get a win or get your ass kicked. But I think everybody that's going to watch this fight, watching you fight, they're going to have a little bit of both going on. Go, man, wouldn't it be cool to see this fucking dude win? Or, man, but also, wouldn't it be cool to see him get knocked the fuck out for running his mouth this whole time? I think you've really put yourself in a strange position of, you know, like what they would call in the wrestling business, you're a tweener. they love you, and they hate you at the same time.
Love
So it's funny, and I can't wait. Like I said, there's a piece of me that wants to see you go out there and back up what you said and knock the dude out. And then there's a little piece of me out there that says, I guess, if he gets knocked the fuck out because he, jumped into something he didn't belong in, I'm cool with that too. I'm a fight fan, dude. I like watching shit. So, but like I said, from bottom of my heart, man, after talking to you, and I hope you go out there and win. Fucking, and do everything you said because, that's better than going out there and talking all this shit and lose it. Then fucking everybody's like, well, see, you talk that, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And I know you'll be able to deal with it. It's probably therapeutic for you to have all these people talking shit to you that you can focus on in that part of life, so you don't have to worry about the other stuff.
Yeah.
So maybe the loss won't be a bad thing if it happens, because people are going to come at you sideways and you'll have fucking material for days to bury these fuckers.
I'll be in heaven. I'll be a wrong person to go on the social media war.
Well, that's what I'm saying, dude. But somebody would come attack you, dude. That's what I'm saying. So even in a loss, you might win something. You might get to just fucking unleash on people in a fucking biblical manner that they've never seen before, which will amuse the shit out of them, I'm going to be honest, because some people need to be told.
Whether I go out here and make a because everybody was, we don't have any fight footage. Well, I'm putting Jerry Grant on ESPN. I'm gonna make Jerry Grant famous.
Wow, that's a bold prediction, bro, and I love it, dude.
I'm gonna be on Sports Center, I promise you, with a violent knockout.
On the giving end, not the receiving end.
100%.
All right, I'm just double checking because
they're gonna feed me. And then
let me ask you a question. If you ended up on the end of a vicious knockout and ended up on Sports Center, would you be cool with that too? I mean, it's Sports Center. He's like, yeah, fuck it.
Publicity, Chris. There's no bad publicity.
Hey, that's right. Well, it's like, hey, man, I was on Sports Center. What'd you do? You'd be like, I got knocked the fuck out, bro.
But I was on Sports.
But you know what? It'd be funny to say that, like, let's say it happened, and then, like, you're talking to somebody that you just meet and go, hey, man, fucking, I was on Sports Center, bro. What are you talking about? They're like, what happened? And you just look and go, I got gloriously knocked the fuck out on pay-per-view TV. People would be like, what? And then you got to pull up the video. Look at my phone, bro. This is me. I'm that guy, number 5 for the year.
Well, I 5 in the world at 135.
Wow, dude. That's a bold prediction after one fight in, dude.
Derrick ranked is number 5, so if I beat him, I'll take his ranking.
Well, we shall see. I guess that's all we could say, dude. Like I said, I wish you the best of luck, dude. And like I said, you better maintain the energy you've been putting out there, dude. Fucking anything less.
Yeah, I'm this way every single day, bro. Like,
I'm just gonna kick your ass. I'm an old Jewish guy from fucking New York, dude. I'll just hit you with the bat, dude. I ain't got time to fight you. I'll be like, what do you mean? Let me fucking, I got my fucking hammer right here. Come here, you little fucking hooligan. Ding, ding.
That Derrick, because he's gonna need that to beat.
No, it's a no weapons fight, man. No weapons fight. So, with that being said, brother, thanks for taking the time tonight. I know you've had a long day. I appreciate it, and go out there and, do what you said you're going to do, man. I guess that's all I can say to you, man. And we're going to watch the ride, man. Fucking going to enjoy it, dude. I already know it's going to be a lot of fun based on what you had to do to get here. I know what you're going to do on the way in, dude. And I feel bad for your opponent for the verbal fucking social media lashing that you're about to unleash on him, because I know you've been stewing all day and waiting. You wanted to get the fight announcement out, get that out of the way. And now that that's done, I feel like tomorrow's going to be a new 24 hours, and I'm going to keep my eye on your social media all day, because I think things may be happening.
Something may be a brewing.
All right, man. You want to shout out any sponsor or anybody before we go?
Yeah, I mean, I want to shout out King Mo for sure, for being my head coach and taking me under his wing for the last year or so. I want to thank American Top Team for loaning me their coaches as well, Coach Gabriel. I want to thank Nate Shook and David Feldman and the whole staff of BKFC, Bare Knuckle Fighting Championships, for giving me this opportunity and this platform. I want to thank Bump Box. They're actually sending me a Bump Box. I hit them up about a sponsorship.
Nice.
Box.
Hey, call them back. Tell them I need a sponsorship too. Tell them send me a fucking Bump Box.
I'll hook you up.
You got juice, bro.
And then, I got my other sponsors. I got On It, Black Beverages, Rep Sports, Raise Energy Drinks, the Dice Team, Team TDT from Japan. I think there's a couple more, but I can't remember them right now. So I really, really appreciate everybody's support. I'm going to be having new shirts made. I have these shirts now. Anybody that buys a ticket to the fights from me will receive a new shirt, whether it's this design. I got I'm just here to fight and fuck bad bitches shirt. I got another one, skilled at violence. So I'll have 3 different designs for everybody. And
I love you, dude.
You'll be seeing that shirt on Fight Week. I'm going to wear it.
Well, I mean, Sheena's Star Wars shirt's Hillary Clinton is a cunt. I mean, fucking nobody's going to ever top that walkout shirt. But yours is in the top 5, if you fucking roll that one out, dude. Fucking, hey, just, check with your manager, make sure that BKFC ain't going to get fucking uppity about that,
Someone doesn't want me to wear it around, then I'm going to throw that son of a bitch in a closet somewhere. So.
Yeah. I mean, leading all up to Fight Week, go ahead. But I think once Fight Week starts, he might be like, maybe we shouldn't have you walk out in that one, son.
And says I'm going to do that is for sure. So
it's 2021, somebody might get offended.
Well, they got offended that I said he sucked. Like, that's insane.
I'm so sick of people. I'm offended by people getting offended. That's what offends me. So there it is right there. With that being said, man, again, thank you for taking the time, man. This is going to be fun, dude. I'm still fucking kind of, amazed that it's happening, but fucking kind of excited that it's happening. So we're going to see if, the bastard of bare knuckle,
the bastard of bare knuckle, the aficionado of fisticuffs.
Anything else?
I think that's about it. And a son of a bitch.
And the shit talkingest dude that's now officially under a contract with BKFC. Nobody there talks more shit than him. I mean,
I told him that I was going to get this contract done, and nobody believed me.
I didn't believe you.
So.
I told you straight up, I didn't believe you. Fucking, they've had this standard. When they're bringing in fighters, they want fighters that have some kind of a winning record. More than 4 or 5 fights in their life, and then they say, I'm like. Maybe, I don't know, maybe they went on the mushroom trip with you. I don't know, dude. Fucking something. So
I truly believe in energy, and I think that my energy brought this into fruition. Like, this was supposed to happen. This is supposed to be my shining moment. It's sad that I gotta do this kid this way because he's young in his career. He will recover from this. I'm going to put him in a world of hurt on February 5th. Nobody is going to be able to save him inside that fucking ring.
Well, I'm sure there's a lot of people out there rooting for you. Like I said, my hope for you is, that everything you said you're going to do. My other hope for you is that no matter what the outcome, that you walk out under your own power, man. That's all I care about seeing in a fight. At the end of the day, I want to see fights that are good. I want to see, I don't like to see anybody lose a fight, unless it's a guy for some reason really rubs me the wrong way. I feel bad for guys when they lose a fight. This is their career. It changes their financial status. There's so much that goes on. So, and then up in the head. So I don't want to see anybody lose a fight. I wish every fight could be a draw, fucking to some extent, only on a personal level, not on a real level, because I want to see people win and lose. But so I hope you go out there and do what you say you're going to do, and deliver fucking the goods. And if you don't, fuck it, dude. You're going to do something fucking special either way. I hope. Like I said, I hope you win, dude. Fucking win or lose, the people are going to have something to say, dude. So that's going to be fucking interesting. We'll see how many people change their minds about you if you win.
They won't. They'll still hate. They'll find a reason. Oh, Jared wasn't up to par. Jared's young. Jared's green. Blah, blah. He's too big.
Well, they can't say anything about him being green because you haven't fought. So anybody out there that's saying that, I'm just telling you right now, if my man right here goes out and wins this fight and anybody comes back with an excuse saying that kid, the kid that lost, didn't have enough experience, was green. This dude right here hasn't fought. Who's greener? I mean, his hair is green. It's as green as his fucking record. There isn't one. So, that's just the reality. So there's nobody greener than him. So the pressure's on the guy that's supposed to beat Brandon. So, Brandon might just go out there and cruise control. I don't know. He might go out there and look like Steve Urkel when he fights. I don't fucking know. None of you do. And you know what? We're probably not going to see a lot of footage of anything before him because I think he wants to keep it that way. I think the little boo-boo on his foot he showed us earlier, he could get up in shadow box anyway. He just don't want to. He's trying to keep his experience and stuff under wraps, and respect it, dude. You have to wait. You want to see, you got to buy the pay-per-view, bitches. That's how it works.
Money. Let's get it. Buy the
Let's get it. All right, brother. Well, listen, you enjoy the night, man. Go get some rest. I know you're going to stuff to do tomorrow. And don't fly to England anymore, dude.
I'm here rocking and rolling, man. I'm gonna be in here. I'm gonna be training my ass off. I plan on fighting in March in Miami, and I plan on fighting 4 or 5 times this year.
Holy shit!
You're gonna see a lot of me.
All right, well, we'll see, man. So listen, again, enjoy the night, man. Congratulations on making it work for you. Like I said, guys. So whatever you want to do out there, he's proof. If you fucking want it to happen, do something about it. If you don't deserve it. So I'll give him credit. I don't know if deserves the right word, but he earned it, by fucking running out there and fucking saying what he had to say to do what he did. Respect that, dude. I respect the fact that you want to go in there and fight. Not a lot of people want to do this craziness. And you don't have to. You got money. You're all set up. And you got other issues, but financially, you don't have to do this. So, you're good. So, continued success on that side of your life as well. And again, I hope you go out there and, shut up the doubters, fucking show us all something, dude, because it'll be fucking awesome, dude. Fucking get that SportsCenter highlight, bro.
I'm going to. I appreciate you.
All right, man. We'll talk again soon, man. Be well.
All right. Have a good one, Chris. Thank you very much.
Oh, thank you, brother. I appreciate you. Hey, guys, that was my man, Brandon Lambert. After chatting with him tonight, dude, I got a little different opinion. I still don't know if the guy's going to win. I'm just being real. But, maybe I'm just buying fucking what he's selling. Who knows? But I hope he goes out there and delivers a fucking awesome fight, and, maybe he'll get a win. We'll see, man. So he's fighting at BKFC on February 5th at Knuckle Mania. Get the app, BKTV app, www.bktvapp.com. That's it for tonight, guys. Thanks to all my guests. I appreciate them all, man. Had a Fatal 4-pack tonight, man. That's the way we do it, And it's going to be a good time, man. But thank you to my guest, man. Derrick Mitter, appreciate you coming on. Quentin Henry, appreciate you. Nate Maness. And, of course, Brandon Lambert. Crazy son of a bitch, man. We'll see what happens on February 5th. Looking to put together a show for Saturday night, guys. I'll let you know tomorrow if we're going to do it. Thanks for tuning in to episode 255 of Cage Out with Christopher James. I appreciate you guys being a part of my life and letting me be a part of yours for a little bit of the time today. I can never truly put into words what that actually means to me. Love it, love it, love it. Love talking fires, love hanging out with you guys. So, with that being said, I will see you guys soon. Until next time, I am Christopher James. You all been Cage-Side. Good night, everybody.
What happens if you lose, Nick?
Who the hell is Aquaman?
I get Fruity Pebbles, Cocoa Pebbles, I get sausage biscuits. Maybe you guys will see a little footage of that later on because we got some good stuff.
Throw up the deuces. There you go, baby.